Hello? Is it working now? How you boys doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Boys, we got more 5V5 1v1 duels on the way for the region of EU tonight. How y'all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. I'm actually not super late this evening for my own live stream. Oh, wow. Dalaran, did you fix your schedule? More or less. All I say, what's up, dude? What's up? How you doing, my man? Mikolai, Naya, how you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, boys. It's the weekend. It is the time for some 5v5 1v1 duels. Hope you guys are excited. How many tier set gamers are we gonna have tonight for the dueling, boys? What's up, Tony? How you doing, my man? Hope you are having a wonderful, beautiful evening. And apparently we got another PTR update over until 925. Oh, I'm actually very interested to see what we got for the PTR because we haven't really had a build on PTR at all. And then I believe is the guy named Zobrix, the guy that usually posts the duels, or not duels, but the PTR information, or whenever there's a PTR update. I follow him on Twitter and he posted like a GIF of that one guy from Spider-Man movie, like the original ones with Tobey Maguire, like his friend or whatever. It's when he's like taking his girl out for a date and the guy is like walks away dejectedly, turns around, his friend like looks back with like a smile and wink. And I thought to myself, is there a PTR build tonight? And looks like there is. I'm interested to see what it got. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Yo, got a 2-man piece ready to go. Let's go, Kyle. Let's go, my man. For which spec you got a 2-piece for? Depending on which spec you guys play, some 2-pieces are massive. Actually, for most classes, 2-piece is pretty big. Like Assassination Rogue, huge. Fury Warrior, huge. Demonology Warlock, huge. Maybe like Non-Affliction Warlock? Or, actually no, isn't actually just really good? I just don't know if you use PvP. Assassin Rogue, there you go. That's a big one. I feel like with that one, you swap Night Fae immediately. I'm Beggar. What's up, my guy? Any groups on Horde? I don't know if we have any. Wardgash, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Dang, Kyle. Let's go, boys. Let's see how many groups we got tonight, man. Let's see if we got any groups at all. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, man. We're gonna peep these updates in just a moment ourselves, too. We're gonna peep them in just a... By the way, how's the mic sounding? Is the mic good? Is the mic clear? Is there any cutouts? Is there any issues with the microphone? By the way, boys, because I got a new wire for the mic. I've been recording videos and I've noticed like there's a little bit of popping and clicking, which I'm having to edit out after I'm done with the video. And I thought to myself, like, is it something wrong with the microphone? But then a real bit of research, and a lot of people struggle. Like they had like a wire, like the wire that comes with the microphone gets old pretty quickly, so it's better just to buy a nice one from the get-go. So I got a nice one. Hopefully it's good. Spicy mustard, bro. Blues, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. It's fine. Awesome. As long as it sounds good, because I haven't got to test it at all. This is like crisp and clear. This is like the first time I'm using the new wire, so I literally didn't even know if it was gonna have issues or whatever. Let's see how many groups we got, boys. Hope all y'all are ready for some 5v5 1v1 duels for the evening, boys. Did I post on here? I did not. No. Let's go. Stream is going live. Everyone is invited. Here we go. Get you boys all in here. Did I tweet it? Yes, I did. Hell yeah. Awesome. We got Nick. I'm a Form 1. Go for it, my man. Go for it. Yeah, we need 2 groups. 2 groups of 5, man, and we're good to go. Horde up at the moment? No, really? Are you gonna make a group? Yeah, Nai? Hello again, everyone. What's up, Celtic? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. I've been good. I've been good. I've been really tired. And yesterday I took myself a little bit of a break. I got to that point where I'm like, I want to work on stuff. And it's like, I have so many video ideas. It's like crippling when you have so many things to do and so many things you can work on. It's like so many options. I'm paralyzed. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm feeling a little tired. So I decided to have a little bit easier day yesterday. Last night, rather. I think it's pronounced Celtic. You think so? Here, finally get your Dark Ranger customization. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Unless, not that kind of Dark Ranger. I thought you meant like the, what is it? The new Dark Ranger. What is it? With the red eyes and whatnot. That's the only Dark Ranger I want to see. So do we have anything? Because I don't have any add-ons. So April 1st, I guess I'm not getting any new, like, I think I need to have Deja stats, right? For like different kind of stat sheet. And there's nothing special, nothing exciting, nothing like in game for April Fools, is there in a while? The red eyes pale skin, yeah. For 915, yeah. I think that'd be kind of cool. I mean, that stuff has always been in like the, what is a model viewer. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Hell yeah. Let me get as close to red eyes as we can. Hair. Okay, don't got red. Closest I can do to red is this. At least I can do red hair. And I think I would want to do super pale. It's about as close as I can get. Fenny, how you doing? Ready? You got a 5, man? Let's go, boys. Let's go. Can I get you in battle for those, please? Dalaran hashtag 1340, friend. Here we go. Dalaran hashtag 1340. Red eye pale skin. Yeah. I'm in a PTR. So I think if you've seen the tweet by Mr. GM, I'm pretty sure that's an April Fool's thing. At first I thought like you meant. First I thought you meant like April Fool's. Like you got your setting, but now I'm starting to think like maybe. Yeah, I'm starting to question. Maybe I'm the one who's missing the joke completely. Guys, we got ourselves a tag over at the top, or a pin at the top. If you guys want to get some groups together, or if you're looking to join some groups, we got Fenny with a group ready to go. 5 men over on the Alliance. If agile form, go for it. Sure. What's your real ID? Which is it Ash? 24331. I can't spell. So somebody has already got me added. I think Ash is them. Looks like Scotty trying to put a group together. Let's go, boys. We got a horde group forming together. How you boys all doing, by the way, man? Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hope everybody had a restful Thursday. PvP other Dalaran 5V5 1v1 mode. Yo, mother, welcome to boys. Yeah, if y'all want to join some 5V5 1v1 groups up and running, play preview group, custom PvP, find a group up number 5 over at the very top, and you'll see you got Scotty trying to put a group together, and eventually Arkey gonna be joining. Man, what's up, sugiro? How you doing, my guy? Hope you having a good one. Some lights out. You're more than welcome to join any of the groups available, boys. We got one on Alliance ready to go. We just need more on the Horde. Looks like Nick trying to. Wait, is Nick Scotty? I think Nick might be Scotty, right? I'm so bad with names, man. I'm bad with names to remember them, but it's even worse like when you got one real ID name, one character name. Imagine Dark Ranger skin, the Scourge Pupper from the Heritage scenario. So wouldn't it just be like a Blood Elf, like just a customization? That's your Blood Elf? It's just a Blood Elf. Is that what that is supposed to be? Just a customization? Watching this as doing Sepulture. What's up, Zach? Yo, hope we get something good from Sep. Atho, my man. I'm too exhausted, feeling down. I just wanted to watch the stream instead. All good, Atho. Hey, man, my guy. Don't worry about it. I want to like feeling like you need to participate. You just want to kick back, relax. Go for it. Customization for Blood and Night. So there's a Blood Knight customization. Customization for Blood. You mean like Blood Elf, and then Knight, like a Death Knight, or I could totally see Death Knights with that kind of customization. If you mean like Dark Ranger skin is like a, although aren't Dark Rangers all hunters? Not gonna lie, today you said say on my NAB. I'm from. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. On my hill. I thought you were so. How do you spell sugiro? All good, fam. I didn't realize it was Sensei. For some reason, I thought it was Sugiro. Any group on Alliance is up, Nami. We actually do have one with Fenny. Fenny already has a group on Alliance, but they're only 5 men and ready to go. We just need a couple more boys over with the team Sugiro. Looking for boys over in the Horde. Unless you want to make a second one in Alliance. Good. High chance for me to win. Hey, that's perfect, right? What's up, Arkey? Здорово, друг. У нас команда есть на что? Arkey, oh, I think Arkey is just going to be making the group and Sugiro is going to join him. So, boys, you can join Arkey if you want to play over on the Horde. Sorry about the Sensei. Tomorrow, my guy. Tomorrow. Join tomorrow. Join tomorrow. Be there tomorrow, my guy. I'll be doing those tomorrow for the team NA. Sorry, I didn't see that. Okay, I got you added. Hold on. Gotcha. Gotcha. We got Ash added. And Ash said they can make a group. We got Horde. We got Alliance. We got so we got 2 groups, I think, right now, right? 100% will be my brother. Awesome. Happy to hear that, Nick. Hopefully someone else forms fast. What's up, Tags? How you doing, man? Hopefully someone else forms fast. Well, we got a Horde group over with Scotty and Sentry trying to put a group together. I don't know if we have a second one on Alliance. If you guys want to make one, it's pretty easy. It looks like we have a second. 2 on the Horde. Ash trying to make a group. Yo, Ash. Yo, Ash. Yo, Ash. Hold on. Let me whisper Ash. Yo, Ash. Yo, Ash. Arkey is making a group on the Horde. You could combine groups to make a 5-man if you want. In LFG, just like how you listed it. Yo, Arkey, if you save 2 spots, Ash can join in with their +1. Ash can join in with the +1. Arkey, если ты можешь взять, как его по-русски, не знаю, как сказать по-русски, но оставь 2 места, Аш с другом будут записаться к тебе. Тебе будут 2 человека записаться, Аш, какой у него аккаунт, я не знаю, это будет Ash X, будет Ash X. Yeah, I'll want my +1. There we go. Perfect. We got a 5-man to go, boys. Let's go. Sentinels that were raised from Darkshore. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not against that at all. I requested. Let's go. Hopefully you get in. Hopefully Arkey's like, yo, I got you. Let's go, boys. Yeah, we got groups for 5-5. Easy. Also, I wanted people the new article on the April 1st. Like, is this actual notes or is this not real? Oh, wait. We actually got some changes. And the new arena's added? Yo, new arena's added. We might have to do a PTR duel at some point, boys. That'd be kind of fun. Sentry and Fanatism. We got you, boys. But yeah, apparently we got the new arena up. Demonic Embrace increases stamina reduced. Demonic armor has been removed. Really? Huh. Was 10. Wait, they're just baseline buffing stamina of warlocks but removing demonic armor. Oh, that's weird. I guess they're giving you another PvP talent. Affliction, Shadowfall. Gain that fallen talent with a 100% increased chance. Because the next Shadowfall to be instant. I've already have this talent. You may get another. Oh, what the? Wait, this looks cool as hell. Arkey not LOG? I might have to requeue. Yeah, I might have to requeue if you guys are not LOG. Apparently they added new Affliction Warlock PvP talent, boys. And the new arena, I gotta test it out. I definitely gotta test it out. I'm gonna queue you guys again. Hold on, I'm gonna queue you guys again. Yeah, Fenny, Sentry, I'm gonna queue you guys a couple of times. Eventually it'll work. It might break. We might have to spam queue it until it finally works. We need a banana flock. Yo, banana, he might be in tomorrow, a banana flock. I keep calling him banana flock. Why am I doing that? Why do I do that? I keep thinking Banana Raccoon every time because his last name is Banwell, and then Banwell is literally the Banwell of the Warlock, and he has Ben Affleck, but then it's like for some reason my mind just completes it as Banana Flock. I don't know why. I gotta stop doing, I gotta slow down and just Ben Affleck, just, I gotta wipe banana out of my head completely. I don't know why, dude. I don't know why I keep doing it. I keep saying the wrong name completely, knowing what I'm doing. God damn it. Alrighty, boys. 5-5 1v1 duels. We're up and running for the evening. Here it is, man. There we are. This is it. This is it. Is this a song I'm gonna start with? You know what? Let's go with something different. Nah, that's a little hard. Hold on. Yeah, I like that. I can work with that. Hell yeah. So Twitch, we got ourselves Pazu as the first one, or I guess first player on team 1. Actually looks kind of cool. Yo, that mouse, I think it barely support your weight, but my man's looking with a whole pride over there. We got Ash over as a survival hunter. We got Arkey on that team, together with what looks like Yasia gonna be first up, as well as Sugiro. Yasia playing Demonology, Necrolord, Warlock. We've seen a couple of boys over on the Alliance and Horde, over on the NA, play that build. And this, I mean, it's popping up right now. Fake Zags is going to be first up, meaning as a Warlock versus Warlock. Yassi playing not with a cheesy trinket, or legendary rather. He's playing for the legendary that amps up the value of his spend. Going to be a stun onto Taxi. It's going to go for Trinket. Mortical is going to make him immune because he's running the new resolve. Trinket landing the interrupt onto Yassi. And Yassi is also running the same trinket. As soon as these boys get interrupted or stunned, CC'd, anything, even a simple root, it gives you an immunity for the next two casts. So it's going to be a little bit harder for them to interrupt one another. And they're going to have to be a little bit more careful with kicks, with stuns and everything. Going to be Fake Taxi, loading up full dots, big damage, full rod onto Yassi. Yassi behind the pillar trying to summon up a whole new Wrathguard. Is going to be able to get one up and rolling. Going to be a Mortical as Taxi trying to swing around. Deathbolt onto Yassi with a big drain. Trying to see if he can end this man's whole career. Going to be Yassi able to free cast for a while. That's going to be Taxi trying to see if he can land inside behind the pillar. Yassi still has dots rolling. That Darkly did quite a bit of damage, but looks like Yassi recovered from a lot of the onslaught of Taxi. Taxi pulling back a little bit is going to go for a bit of dots on the Wrathguard. And Yassi, I mean, this man just got to figure out some way to just get some healing off of Taxi. Mortical is going to be necessary just to catch up a little bit of health, potentially just go for a massive drain. And looks like instead of drain, he's just setting up for Demon Bolts. Going to be having to go down, getting a quick stun on Taxi. It is going to be an interrupt stun, rather. And looks like Yassi is going to back up out of there. He got a couple of pets, couple of imps on there. Barraging a Taxi. The Dark Pack should be able to hold on for a while. Free new Flash Cup for Yassi just to catch up a little bit of health, since he does look like he's a little bit behind. Mortical into Yassi. Does a free casting. Gonna be Taxi landing a full soul rod onto Yassi. Does he have maybe a big go? Gonna be a big drain. Not much you can really do. The fact that Yassi was next to the team, that drain is gonna end up hitting the rest of the team one, which is in a way going to give Taxi a little bit more healing, a little bit more overall damage. I think it's still not super cheaty doodle. It's not like he did it on purpose, right? Fear by Yassi. As this man used to be looking for a little bit of recovery. Gonna be a wall just to give himself a little bit of defense. Gonna go in for a port to get up close and personal with Taxi. Gonna be a stun, locking down the Affliction Warlock for a second. Yassi waddling next to him. He's gonna be summoning a second pet. Fake Taxi is able to get himself some free casting. Wall is up just to give himself a defensive hazard Dark Pact as well if he wants to use it. Could go for potentially a big go. Yassi get hit with a Mortical, amping up his pets a little bit. Gonna be a Dark Blade join in. Taxi could maybe go for a big Dark Soul Hysteria as Yassi trying to see if he can land a stun on Taxi. These trinkets make it really difficult for these two casters to CC one another. Because literally, as soon as they get one stun, one interrupt, it's just immunity. Big drain by Taxi onto Yassi. He's just loaded up with dots, and I think it might be over. I think he just might go down unless he somehow just starts recovering, and it looks like he does go down. Mortical does connect. It would have given this Warlock healing, though there is a bit of travel time. With a Mortical, it looks like it's going to be a pass and trying to get a charge out of Taxi, but that resolve trinket kept him immune from the roots. He was able to just juke out of the way of the spear. That's going to give him quite an advantage. The fact that he can just keep a perma slow onto Pazza is going to have to maintain a permanent uptime on that Curse of Exhaustion, but as long as you spend the global, that's going to be quite a decent slow on to the warrior. Pazza is just mounting up, wait until the dots are gone, needs to make sure he gets himself another go over Taxi. His charges are going to proc that resolve trinket, so it's going to be pretty difficult for him to be able to do much. Fear, Taxi is going to be able to get some free casting, going to be that Aegis trinket, popping himself quite a big defensive Pazza, so he's able to at least deal with some of the magic damage coming out for Taxi. That trinket lasts for like, what, 20 seconds? 10 seconds? 15 seconds? Somewhere along those lines, right? It's like a new defensive trinket was added with the Season 3. It is going to offset like 50% of the damage, magic damage you take into a shield. So it's quite a nice defense. It's like a 50% DR, specifically against magic damage. Pazza is loaded up with dots though. Taxi could potentially go for a Dark Glare play. He does need to get himself a UA rolling versus Pazza. And honestly, I think Taxi kind of wants to get in a situation where he does get charged by Pazza. Gonna be that spear. Can't really go anywhere. Gonna be Dark Pack trying to get himself a cast heal. That's gonna be a reflect out for Pazza. Taxi trying not to get reflected. He knows he's gonna get interrupted fear and a pummel at the same time. It looks like Taxi should be able to potentially get some damage to Pazza. Pazza just going for big defenses immediately in Rage Generation up right now. That's going to be Soul Rod, Hysteria, full dots, Mortical, Deathbolt onto Pazza. I think it's just going to be nuts. Oh no, in the Mortical. Even though they nerfed the damage of Deathbolt, that thing does still quite a bit of damage over the last 3 seconds. That's just a ton. Fake Taxi is going to back up out of there and actually just melting Sugiro with a single drain. He barely had dots on Sugiro, but just one single drain with the haze buff and everything. And Sugiro is already hurting. Is Taxi just gonna go for like the 1v all play, 1v all strat, 1v5 spear? Taxi is in place. It's gonna take the game to break out of that spear. Gonna be a lead by the Fury Warrior. ASUS is looking to catch up, and Taxi using that soul shape just to get the hell out of dodge. Sugiro, as a Fury Warrior, did just burn off a wreck, and that's going to be a mortal coil, trying to see if he can go for an interrupt. Taxi trying to go for the stun. Sugiro is going to be full stun. Got it. UA is up and running. Is he going to go potentially for a wall? Dark pack. He might need some in here. He's going to burn a Warlock health stone. So shadow throw to try to break through as much of the dark pack as possible. Quick drain by Taxi. And Sugiro is going to Zerkers out of that fear, so he doesn't have to run out. Could just stay on top of Taxi, but that slow with the curse of exhaustion is already helping Taxi by a mile. Gonna be a death bolt, and everything on Sugiro does activate Aegis of his own. Looks like Taxi is able to burn to quite a bit of Aegis fairly quickly. Normally you almost never see the shield really go anywhere, but his dots are really rotted through his shield pretty quick. Gonna be able to reflect, but Sugiro does create some damage reduction as long as he doesn't get reflected on, or as long as he doesn't get hit by a spell. Forced to burn off the reflect element of his spell reflect. Sugiro is still dotted up. That's going to be dots ramped up by Taxi. Mortal into Sugiro. Going to be UA getting set up, and Taxi trying to maintain the dots on Sugiro as best as possible. Spear down onto the Affliction Warlock. Wall this up. That's going to be reflect for Sugiro as Taxi trying to maintain the drain as best as he can versus the Warrior. Reckless is up, as that's going to be potentially maybe the tournament gigs entry, so it's a free Blaze Storm together with the Wreck. Going to be dark, full dark Death Bolt onto Sugiro. Dark back up for Taxi. Sugiro trying to see if he can heal through all the damage taken. That's going to be a big drain onto Sugiro. He's going to walk by the Dark Lair and try to see if he can snag a heal from that thing as soon as possible. Dark Pact is up on a fake Taxi. Got himself maybe full UAs rolling. It's going to be a big drain onto Sugiro. Is just trying to keep himself afloat. Sugiro trying to not fall behind the Affliction Warlock. He's trying to be extra careful with his burst, or with his CC rather. Just because Taxi's burst, if it's uninterrupted, is just going to be really brutal. Taxi is down on a lot of cooldowns, offensively and defensively. This is where potential Sugiro can make a play. Quick fear on Taxi. He knows that Taxi is going to be immune to a couple interrupts. He has Reflect in case there's a mortal coil to be sent out by the After Warlock. Looks like he's not going to get himself Affliction out, or mortal coiled out. Leap by the Warrior trying to reconnect back. Spear onto Taxi, trying to see if he can break it. He's unable to. Dark Pack coming up very soon. Maybe he can go for a drain, trying not to get interrupted. Big drain does give him a little bit of survivability. Fear onto Sugiro is going to Zerker Rage out of it. Taxi trying to see if he can back up out of the Dark Pack. Does up Sugiro. Does himself big cooldowns ready to go. Potentially could be a port for Taxi. It's kind of in a tight spot right now, only living by the drain. Right now, not a lot of really defenses available. Let's see, maybe you got a Warlock Hellstar coming back up very soon. 8 minutes, I think it might be down to Exodus. Taxi going for a port at the last second. That's going to be Sugiro barely almost getting the kill onto Taxi, as he's going to go for the drain on Braun, trying to recover as much health as he can. Taxi, if anything, got some offenses coming back up very soon, but in terms of defense, looks like he recovered a lot of it just now with that mortal coil. That's actually quite a big heal. 8 minutes, 32 seconds into the game, 22% dampening, slowly crawling upwards. And Taxi just tried to keep the dots on Braun. Wants to sneak around and get some dots with Sugiro as well. Going to be reflected by Sugiro the Warrior. As Taxi trying to get away in there, going to be the spear. Is going to be able to blast himself out of that spear together with a gateway, breaking that chain, breaking the spear down with a full Dark Light coming down over Sugiro with a full Death Bolt and everything. Lots of dots rolling in. That's going to be a portal for Taxi, trying to get the pressure on Sugiro. He does have full defenses ready, but he does need a heal at some point. Dark Lair is going to end up disappearing. Sugiro with barely any health at all does go for borrowed health with Rallying Cry. Reflect is up to reduce some of the magic damage he is taking, but Taxi basically has him in a good spot. Mortal coil by Taxi. No outs for Sugiro right now. Taxi just trying to make sure to redot him back up. UA drain. I think it might be over for Sugiro. Borrowed health is going to be down for the count. Try to do whatever he could just to survive it. At that point, all you can really do is hope that you maybe can land yourself in the melee of either the Dark Glare or either Taxi and just snag a heal from one of them with either Bloodthirst or Impending Victory. That's about all you can really do. Ash is going to be up next, getting a tag under Taxi. Well, that's his name. Your name ain't Taxi. My name is Taxi. Ash getting dotted up with a Serpent Sting. Tossing out nades, trying to maintain as much silver range as he can. If Ash is playing the non-damage focused legendary, which likely is playing Craven stratagem. I've heard it do both ways, honestly. But that's going to be a quick drain onto Ash. Going for that interrupt muzzle into Taxi. Taxi is able to get a free cast. It's going to be Ash going for a complete reset. Taxi, if anything, he knows that the Hunter is going to be able to take off and just shake off all those dots every time he lands a feign death. But the pet will not be able to do much about it. As long as the pet is dotted with agony corruption, the pet will eventually drop down, and Ash will actually lose a bit of his utility with a stun as well as the defenses of the pet. Medic bandages up for Ash. Also, you deny the Hunter ability to camo while the pet is out and active. As long as the pet takes damage from the dots, you can catch yourself a re-stealth. Gonna be Ash with a flank strike mortal by Taxi, trying to go for a fear setup versus Ash. Ash chooses to trick it out of it. I think trying to go for a muzzle, missing that muzzle versus Taxi. Taxi trying to go for a bit of a drain, but looks like it's gonna be a freezing trap on a Taxi. And again, you just gotta maintain the dots on the pet as best as you can. Ash actually spending the global just to make sure the pet has a pet man rolling, as the dots are gonna slowly rot that thing down. For Taxi, if anything, the pet is not even there for the dots really, but rather for the more procs of drain and for that inevitable demise play. So eventually that drain life is going to do a huge amount of damage. Both healing Taxi and also burst damage to Ash. As there it goes, there's a little bit of that drain. Taxi is able just to walk through a freezing trap as long as he has that resolve trinket. After he sees a CC, he's able to just get some free cast to try to get some dots versus Ash. It's going to be steel trap to meet him unless he goes maybe for a port. I don't think the port will actually break that break the root. Or at least if anything, it'll move you in a position. If only he had the... I don't know if he's playing the interrupt build. I'm pretty sure Taxi... What is a Warlock going to play? What pet do you even sacrifice? I think normally as against the casters, you would sacrifice the Fellhound just to make sure you get that interrupt. But I wonder if against all these melee cleaves, Taxi would play maybe the Void Walker just to give himself an extra wall to work with. That could be pretty good. Ash is going to be behind the pillar, dotted up a little bit, does need to find himself feign death. A lot of defenses available for Ash as well, has turtle and everything. Going to be acceleration, stun on Taxi as he's trying to burn him down with a drain. Ash is melting to dots little by little, however, trying to shake those dots off with a feign death. Taxi just continuing the pressure. When Taxi gets hit by the slows don't proc that resolve trinket, do they? The freeze definitely does. The freeze definitely does. Ash is behind the pillar, catching a little bit of manic bandages, trying to clean himself off, trying to get past all the dots, all these curses and afflictions. Taxi looking for a mount up. He does need to get the dots back into Ash as soon as possible. As long as the dots are on the pet, again, denying the Hunter that cam, denying the CC capability, or that reset rather. That's going to be a trick for Ash with the feign death. Again, just able to shake those dots off as soon as it feigns death. That's going to give him such an advantage versus Taxi, and also being able to land those manic bandages as well. At this point, I don't really know what Taxi can do. I think you got to find a bit of CC onto Ash. Load him up full of dots, right? Get a fear in there. Full Dark Glare, Death Bolt, and hope the dots will be enough to melt them. Or you have to play it slow, wait until feign death, then load him up full of dots. Or just go for the drain. You have to wait until feign death and then hit him with a big drain. And I think Taxi is definitely going to have a hell of a game. Trying to go for the drain. Going to be the feign death for Ash. Has a feign death every 15 seconds. So you only have a 15-second window where you can really maybe get something set up versus Ash. Going to be quick fear onto the Hunter with a Soul Rod, Mortal Coil, Death Bolt, potentially big damage. Does he have a feign death right now? It's going to be drained through the turtle. Trying to flush cut right through it. Is that going to be enough? There's just still continue to do damage. Ash does need to go for feign death as soon as possible. It looks like he was able to find it. Taxi pushing in. There's going to be freezing trap to stop him. That is dots under Ash though. So might be able to pressure the Hunter. Hunter can't really shake off these dots for now. It's going to be the pet actually dying. Ash just might use that pet death in order to catch himself a camo. It's going to be a slow trap onto Taxi. Looks like it's going to be a camo for Ash unless Taxi can pick up the eyes and find the Hunter immediately. Because Ash is going to have to take a second to summon the pet. Taxi does have a human racial to break out of the stun. That could be a freezing trap waiting for him. They're just trying to find a good angle. It's going to be a freeze, but does get the dot onto Ash. Ash going for a pet revive. The dot is going to put some pressure. 56% dampening. Ash is going to have to go for feign death at some point just to shake off those dots. Jax, I think, just needs one more go in order to make it, but for Ash, it's going to be quite a task. Feign death onto the Mortal Coil. That's actually pretty good. Taxi going in for that human racial to break out of the stun. Is going to go for drain onto the pet. He does need to find a way to get over to Ash. No feign death for a few seconds. 15-second windows of feign death. As soon as you feign death, you have to make a play. You have to find a way to just put some pressure onto the hunter in one way or another. That freezing trap is going to stop him in place though. And Ash looks like he's just trying to play the game out, catch up on as much health as he can. That's going to be his strat. I think he might have to go for a big stun on Taxi, load him up full of all damage, and go for the biggest Hail Mary, get dotted up, feign death him off, and then keep pressuring and putting the pressure into the Warlock. It's going to be poured by Taxi, able to get a couple dots out of Ash. Ash responds with a grenade. It's going to be Chakram from around the corner. Could potentially be a good play here to go in for damage. It's going to be explosive by the Chakram. Silence out of Taxi as the Chimeric Poison is going to rotate. Taxi is able just to go for a Drain Life onto that pet. His Drain Life is actually quite a lot of healing. Compared to Ash's like real legitimate heals, Drain does heal you for a ton. So he's actually in a fantastic spot. Steel Trap onto the Warlock. Again, just unable to really catch the Hunter. I think it's just like the perfect counter to what the Warlock is trying to do. Every single few seconds, just a feign death. Just dive into that camo. Just dive into that reset. Eventually, I don't think it's going to work. Mortal Coil into Ash. Has a trinket if he wants to. Could use a trinket here. Gonna be your way. I think he knows he doesn't need to trinket. He's going to feign death immediately. Taxi with a stun. Can't break out of it. Ash is going to go behind the pillar. Actually, not feigning death for a second. Just kind of letting the dots run up for a second. Taxi boarding on top of Ash. It's going to be continuous damage onto the Warlock. Does he just stop it? Flesh Cup for Ash. Trying to catch himself a little bit of healing. That Flesh Cup just rotted to those dots immediately as Ash tried to get himself a little bit of healing. Freezing trap onto Taxi. Trying to see if he can cheat over behind the pillar again. Manic bandages. But at 68% dampening, I imagine he would just abandon all healing. I imagine at this point you would just want to maximize the damage value you have, because eventually I think Taxi's healing is actually a little bit better than Ash's, at least when it comes to burst. He could drain from 2 targets. Ash only got Excel, which is a decent percentage heal, but 70% reduced. I mean, it's going to make it harder. And then you got the, what is it? You got the manic bandages, which is going to take a second or two to do. Taxi just did get himself a crisscross with the soul rod onto you and the pet. And that's a massive heal right there. That could be give him a little more sustainability. Taxi's dropping kind of low though. Could go for a dark pack. Might want to use anything he can at this point. Just trying to keep the pressure onto Ash as best possible. Some does do get caught. Ash with a feign death. Can Taxi reconnect somehow? Stun on Taxi. Does not have a way out of it. It's just gonna have to sit the stun. I think it might be over for Taxi unless he can somehow get back on top of Ash and just put some dots. That is gonna be a Root. Wait, Root actually would have been immune. He just got stunned. Drain life onto that pet. Again, recovering just a little bit of health. Trying to get the dots back onto the Hunter. Freezing trap right next to him. Actually, Taxi could walk into the freezing trap just to remove those dots off of him if he wanted to. Try to see if he could pour it and sprint over to Ash. Ash, I think, tried to go for a cam. Mortal Coil onto the Hunter with a Fury, but Taxi, does he have enough damage here? Shadow Fury onto the Warlock, onto the Hunter. Trying to see if he can get the Soul Rod, but the Hunter does end up playing out the game for so long and does end up finding himself the kill. It's going to be Ave Maria next. Get it with the freeze. That's going to be immediate trinket. Try to see if he can just drop Ash down. Ash so far has been playing a hell of a game against Taxi. Definitely one of the longer ones, but hell of a game for sure. As Ash is getting kind of low and Ave Maria is just going to not give him an opportunity. Arkey, last one over on team 1. But at this high dampening, he's just going to be down to whoever ends up getting the first kill. Whoever ends up blowing out cooldowns first loses. That Paladin is hella rude. Is he? Ave Maria? What, for killing the Hunter? I had no CDs for him? Yo, nah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Things like that are gonna happen. I mean, plus it's a little really high dampening. I think Ave Maria just trying to play the game. That's gonna be a big damp. Watch Ave Maria. Might have the bubble the next burst out of Arkey. It's gonna pre-bubble it just knowing there's gonna be something big. Gonna be a chicken for Arkey. Again, no healing is available, but Arkey at least has a health advantage. Ave Maria trying to see if they can recover a little bit of health. Not a lot available. I think Arkey is gonna take him out. What's gonna be next? Is it Beggar? Oh, there's no way this rogue loses. There's no way. Beggar skulking over, approaching, and Arkey got himself a little bit of a sippy cup. Looks like Beggar's getting an opportunity to catch a reheal, at least catch a man up. There's no dampening that's going to help you out at this point. 19-minute game is the first game of the night. Are you kidding me, boys? Garrote onto Arkey is going to slam the rogue with a Sunder. Got the Ghost Tools, and look at the Ghost Tools just do damage to Beggar from a distance. Drop it down the stun total. Beggar does avoid it. I think trying to see if he can get a spike onto Arkey. I don't know if he was able to. I think it might have been a spike on either the totems or one of the Ghost Tools. I think it was the Wolves. As Beggar tried to go for a sippy cup, but you're not getting any health, dog. You ain't getting any health, my man. Disarm onto Arkey. He doesn't really need the weapons just to get some blasts in there. Beggar might have to go for a cloak of shadows and everything. Trying to see if he can drop down the trick, and I think he missed. Oh, who just won that? I think it must have been Beggar, right? That must have been Beggar. Oh my god, tags with 3 kills, but does get rotted down to the survival hunter at the end. Beggar trying to make a play versus arkey, and I guess arkey maybe try to see if he can get a zap, but beggar definitely got that kill. I don't know what kind of a setup that was. 83% dampening. Yeah, at that high dampening, there's no way you're gonna be able to get any heal, let alone much of a reset. It would take forever, honestly. So I'm not surprised that the Paladin decided to take the moment when he could. Nah, you know what I mean? It's all good. Yeah, this is just rough. Brother, are you still playing with the 980 Ti? David, let me know on the, do I still have 980 Ti listed in the description? I should have a different GPU listed, hopefully. It's a 260 at this point. I used to play with a 980 Ti for a while. 980 Ti still works for the current WoW though. At least I would imagine, because it was working for BFA. Unless Shadowlands like 260 crit fog. There we go. Yeah. That's rough. 63k here, 80. Yeah, that's a lot. One place in alliance here. We got one more. Looking for an ally for the boy. Jesus, we need one more on Team Sentry. Fenny is ready to go again. Fenny got a 5-man, dude. They're ready to go. With tags, they actually get a chance to play. Boys, also, I'm down to keep playing for a little bit longer tonight. We need one more in alliance. Alright, sound good. Sound good, boys. Yeah. So Fenny needs one more. Or is it Jesus that needs one more? Because we need one more over in Team Sentry with arkey on the Horde. So we need one Horde, one Alliance. You guys are more looking to join them in. If you guys want to find the groups, check out LFG, Players Play Premium Group, Custom PvP. Type in number 5 in the search, hit enter for that LFG. Is this you? Yes, it is, Choppa. Yes, it is, my man. How you doing, by the way? How many are we at? 50? 60? No, not 60. Not 60. 50. Not 50. No, 50. 51. Wow. Done a lot of these on the U already. Hell yeah. Am I ready? Wait, you in diff group? With Sentry. Wait. Or with, Tagsy. Okay, because I got Marcus messaging me saying you can 5 ready. I'm just trying to see. Different. Okay. I need to add you. Holy Pyre. Yeah. So, Holy Pyre got a whole different team. Hold on, I gotta add him. Because we actually have a whole nother team. Okay, Holy Pyre. 2699. That's what it is. I gotcha. Unless you try to add me before. Holy Pyre. I'm looking for Holy. Nice. Added me. Ready? Yo, Holy Pyre apparently is ready too. I gotta get Holy Pyre in as well. Benny, I think is ready as well. Yo, message me. Hit me with real ID message so I can bring it up on screen, friend. Yeah, so apparently we got a whole nother team. Let's go. We got teams, boys. Let's go. I like it. Yeah, Fenny's ready, Jesus ready, Holy Pyre's ready. Do we do Jesus versus Holy? I think we do Jesus versus Holy. Get those two teams because they're completely different teams, man. And we gotta get Fenny back in. Or should we do Fenny real quick? Versus like Holy Pyre? Because Holy Pyre apparently had a team ready to go. I think we do that. Let's do that again. Let's do Fenny. Fanatism. Because their team barely got to play. It was literally only like one guy got to play. So we could do a Fenny versus Holy Pyre, Jesus versus Sentry, and then we'll have ourselves a nice setup where we can now mix you guys up a bit. Yo, Jesus, we'll get you in as soon as we can. Jesus, мы твою команду будем в следующий после этого дуэли, и тебя будем против Архи. Архи, надеюсь, команда будет готова. My Russian, man, we're practicing today. It's so out. My Russian's been so out of commission for a while, it feels like. Man. It's like ice cream. Delicious. I got some coffee with a bit of sweetener. Actually, a lot of sweetener. It tastes straight up like ice cream, bro. It's so good. Oh my god, it's almost like drinking hot chocolate. My god. Delicious. Dude, I like my coffee either like super bitter or super sweet. We got one man missing, but hopefully that won't hold us back. We got ourselves switch. Oh, we got a 5-man. Let's go. We got Ballas over in team 1. Come back in as a... I like that Mog, dude. You got the spider in your hat. You got birds in your shoulder. It just had like some kind of like a monstrosity in your belt and you'll be perfect. We got fake tags over here. Real tagsy, honestly. Holy moly. Coming back in as a shadow priest. I like that Mog a lot. It's barely could see it because of shadow form, but I like it. Ava Maria gonna be first up, getting in with a stun as Dance, lol. Gonna be up first with Ava Maria popping up wings. Gonna be going for big damage to get the big proc. Dance find himself at half his health, but wasn't worried. He has that demon to sacrifice at all times. Shield of minutes up for Ava Maria with the Aegis Trinket, trying to reduce a lot of the chaos damage done by Dance, and Dance is gonna be sprinting right back over. I-Beam getting rebuked by the Paladin as Ava Maria is dropping kind of low. That shield is only helping him with feet. Oh! Where did Dance just find damage out of nowhere? What did you just hit him? Did you just get like a proc or something? I'm not even sure what happened. I thought Ava Maria was actually okay. Ballas trying to see if he can make those shadow bolts work. That's going to be a demon chasing after Dance. Can slay it anytime he needs to. More to call out, but Ballas. Dance going for a trinket at the very last second. That's going to be a flesh cut with the wall for Ballas. He's looking for recovery, and eventually Dance might have to go for a kill on the demon. Looks like that Doom card actually is not going to be slain by the Demon Hunter at all. As Ballas sets up some big damage, playing that succubus incubus. Dance is actually out trying to avoid the Warlock as best he can. As a big one-shot, he's trying to do what he can. Ballas is gonna have to find a way to maybe CC him, maybe hit him with that seduction. Dance trying to see again, trying to avoid that scary demon bolt. It's gonna be a quick funnel for Ballas. Needs to get some sort of CC onto the Demon Hunter at some point. Gotta be a flash cap. Maybe he won't go anywhere. Ballas can maybe jump down, get some Demon Doggers in, get a bunch of instant cast to burn, stun onto Ballas. That's going to be the seduction as Dance wanted to make some damage happen. Going to be spawning a demon. Wait, his demon might be able to... Does it even break him? I was going to say, does the demon break him out of the CDs because the demon attacks him? Fear onto Dance, but the demon is trying to attack Dance and trying to break him out of it. Tyrant is up for Ballas. Does he still have big instant cast? Going to be Dance slaying that Fellhound immediately. And Ballas, I think he lost a lot of that one-shot potential. The Tyrant is still empowering the pets by quite a bit, so potentially there could be a lot of damage out there. Dance is just trying to see if he can dance through the demons. Is going to be able to slay the Incubus. The Felguard is going to be also disappearing, and the other Incubus is getting pulled back by Ballas as he's trying to reset up another army of pets versus Dance. That succubus seduction as Dance is trying to get a setup versus Ballas. Ballas with a shot of bowls just trying to build up for a bit of damage of his own. And the fear onto Dance. Eventually Ballas is just gonna have to find the Decimator Bolt again. I don't know if he's gonna be able to. It's gonna be tough because Dance so far has been playing it very carefully. Utilizing mobility as best as they can, pushing on Ballas as they're trying to set up some damage zone. Decimal Bolt getting loaded up. Dance is actually going to have a demon spawning in. The demon is going to make sure you're not getting hit by seduction or fear that much, as it's going to keep attacking you to try to prevent you from... And it's attacking you, not on purpose to prevent you from getting feared. But it kind of ends up working out that way, that's what it does. Ballas trying to summon another imp, or not imp, but rather Incubus. It looks like he's going to be unable to. Down himself the Aegis, but it might not be enough. Quick fear onto Dance. Does get out of it. Going to be a 4 for Ballas. Is able to back up out of the flush cut. Is able to catch himself a little bit of, I guess, castability. I don't. Freedom to cast, freedom of move, freedom of doing stuff. Got himself a moment to just get himself set up. Castability is not really a great word for me to use. I gotta find something better. Says this resolve trinket gives you a little bit free casting, I guess. Yeah, I got a moment of free casting. There already is a word for that. It's just usually it's like a cooldown. But only a handful of classes. Hannah Gul'dan gonna set up a Ballas as Dance, just trying to keep the pressure. The Demon Hunter doesn't really have that much self-healing. He only heals whenever he does damage to the enemy target. So he's trying to be aggressive with Ballas, trying to deny him any demons, trying to deny him any setup. Gonna be a quick imprison. You see double jumps just to get a line of sight of Ballas, just to keep him in place. More demons can spawn. I think so far Dance has spawned more demons than Ballas have been able to. This Warlock has been under so much pressure. The Dance is the only one really spawning in any big demons out of here. Ballas backing up again, stun. I think it might be over here with a big I-Beam, unless you have a demon to stop it. That's going to be Dance taking him out with a quick flash cut as he's looking for recovery. Beggar is going to be up next. We got us Holy Moly setting up a flash cut. Looks like the Shadow Priest might be up next. Or is it Tagsy? It's one of these three. I think I'm still trying to figure out who's going to be. Beggar looks like he's looking over at Tagsy. Holy Moly? It looks like it is. Oh, from one Warlock into the next. Can Dance go for 3 for 3? Can he go for 2 Warlocks back to back? Quick interrupt on Taxi. As Taxi is playing with a pet, he's not sacrificing that pet though. He has himself a Dark Glare. A big old eyeball pet. Interrupt on Dance. Does go for a backflip for a second. I think he tried to go for a bit of an I-beam. But then he backflipped out from midair. Taxi got himself the Dark Pact and is able to at least get some dots and a slow onto Dance. Dark Pact is up for Taxi. And it's going to be still full flesh scuff covering and protecting Dance. Again, just trying to make sure he gets a good angle. Taxi with that UA, as long as Taxi doesn't get interrupted too much, or as long as he gets stunned at the right time, he'll have himself free casting to be able to get potentially some of the biggest bursts out there. Going to be tricky with a metamorphosis by Dance, just trying to immune that fear, trying to catch up to Taxi. Does he have an interrupt? I think there was a shot him for a second. Aegis Drinking is up. Taxi jumping off the side. Potentially is going to have himself a port back up. That's exactly what he got. Dance trying to see if he can catch back up there. Taxi hits him slow immediately. The Demon Hunter still has Aegis Trinket on him for a while longer, which is going to help him with some of the damage taken. But eventually it's just going to make it harder. Taxi so far hasn't been able to set up a gateway at all, and there goes his actual port. Looks like his purple gate is actually a little bit further down than he wanted. I don't know if he'll be able to reach it. Next team is trying to go for it. Normally it's a little bit up on the ramp. Gonna be Dance, loaded up full of dots, Contagion rolling in. The Demon Hunter needs to find some kind of a way to deal with the damage, either with a Flesh Scaff or potentially reverse these dots back into Taxi. He could remove them with reverse magic, or potentially just hope and pray for a demon spawn. Because the demon spawns in, you can just go for a big I-beam, potentially get yourself metamorphosis for that extra leech, slay the demon, get a lot of healing from the slaying of the demon, and then slay, and after you slay the demon, consume its soul for a little bit extra healing. There goes that Infernal joining in, but if you're onto Dance, does Taxi go for a full go? There was a wall for Taxi. Is going to rapid contagion all his dots. Potentially could be a big setup by the Warlock. Dance does have an Infernal in case things go bad. It's going to slay Infernal pretty early on as he gains the shield from the Necrolord Marilla Soulbind. And Taxi again, just trying to maximize the range versus Dance, keeping the dots rolling, catching drains when he can. And is trying to think just to whittle away the Demon Hunter over time. And now the Demon Hunter is stuck in a very similar situation. Under the bridge, finding a way to deal with the Warlock. Fully dotted up, waiting until maybe he can pick up a demon soul or spawn in a demon. There goes one exactly when he needs it. It's going to be another Infernal joining in. Taxi trying to see if he can get away from Dance. Dance backflipping towards Taxi. That's going to be a quick interrupt by the Warlock. It looks like he might go for a port. I think he tried to go for a gateway. I don't know if that gateway worked. Maybe he's just trying to... Maybe the gateway is bugged? I have no idea actually. That's going to be the pet getting slain by the Demon Hunter port by Taxi. Did not use the gateway by the looks of it. Did he use it earlier? He might have, because he walked over it, almost like he wants to interact with it. So far, Dance is really loaded up. Taxi haven't used any big cooldowns just yet. Rapid contagion on all the dots. I think Taxi at this point, he maybe is aware that the Demon Hunter is likely running diffuse or reverse magic. So he's just going to reverse all the dots as soon as Taxi ramps him up. So he's got to find a way to get full dots on a Dance, drop all the dots, and then get the hell away from there as fast as possible. That's going to be a full Dark or Death Bolt. Trying to go for a little bit of damage over time based on the dots that you have. Dance did use reverse magic. Actually, I think it might be in a situation where Dance might be just over with. Taxi got in a Dark Glare out, full dots ramped up. Dance is just waiting there. Flesh Cut maybe can get interrupted, does get interrupted. Shot him up for Dance for a second. Flesh Cut helping with this. The dots that he has taken. Darkness absorbing some of that damage, but I think Dance's might go down. That's going to be Dark Glare getting slain, so Taxi doesn't even give Dance like a pet to attack. He just literally kills the Dark Glare right there. I think Dance just dies to dots. Is this it? Is this over? Unless Dance gets support. Or unless Dance gets himself a summon of random demon. He literally just melted that guy and laid him out on the ground. Gonna be Puri up next from Grim But Soul. Trying to see if he can drop down big holy damage versus Taxi. He went from demonic damage to big holy damage. Gonna be a big board for Taxi as Puri trying to see if he can catch up to fake Taxi. Taxi's setting up a gateway. So he might be able to get the hell out of dodge in case things go bad. Full trinket out of Purity. As you can see with the fear, could potentially be a bubble as the Paladin's kind of low. Actually get a trade for full health. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance. Get hit with a slow. Paladin's worst nightmare is just permanent constant slows. Taxi has a gateway in case he needs to. He's going to use the gateway to get the hell out of dodge. 9 minutes into the duel. 27 seconds. Their 27% dampener is going to make it a little bit harder for Purity to recover. Does himself flash of lights. Potentially could go for a bunch of Word of Glories. Cook interrupted her early. Does Taxi have any damage? Deathbolt with a drain? Is that enough though? Oh, it's enough. He does get that interrupt, so no bubble. With Healing Storm gonna be up next. Trying to see if they might be able to set up a Storm of Holy versus Taxi. Quick fear by the Warlock immediately. How's Taxi doing defensively? He's got a wall. He's got himself the Dark Pack Absorb. He actually got everything. He's got everything he needs. Gonna be a big hammer. Taxi has a dark back for it. Potentially could go for a wall. Healing Storm trying to go for the most amount of holy damage possible. Dropping down the big hammers. Not playing Necrolord, so this man is still playing that Kyrian build. Taxi dropping down. Does he have a port? Mortal versus healing is gonna be quick fear. Healing Storm could potentially bubble if he wants to. Is gonna bubble it. Does Taxi have a port? Blinded before he can reach the port, and Healing Storm can just continue blasting him even though it's all holy damage. Taxi is gonna see if he can break out of that, get himself a heal as fast as possible. He needs to make sure he gets himself a big drain versus Healing Storm at some point, as the Paladin now no longer has any immunities. He only has Blessing Protection, which isn't really even going to stop you from anything that Taxi puts out. Is there actually anything that Taxi can do, like a stun? Like something that can be bopped? I think nothing, right? I think literally nothing. I'm trying to think of like pet abilities. If it was like a Demonology Warlock, you have at least a pet stun that maybe could do something. Healing Storm getting snuck up around by Taxi, getting loaded up with dots. Not a lot really left for him to work with. 36% damage is going to make it pretty tough. No interrupt by Taxi. I think he might have went and tried to attempt an interrupt, but didn't quite catch it. UA is up onto Healing Storm. I think it just might be over for this Paladin. Trying to give himself as much damage and everything he can. Trying to blast out Taxi. Dark Pack is going to deny a lot of the damage from Holy for Healing Storm. Taxi is just able to rampage and rampant contagion all of his dots. And trying to see if he can land a fear onto Healing Storm. Deathbolt to follow with Drain. I think it might be over unless Healing Storm has some kind of a big heal crit in the back pocket. There's just nothing he can do. His Taxi just melting through the whole enemy team with Backhead. You're gonna be up next. Every time I keep thinking his name, I keep thinking Big Head, but it's not it. That's not even his name. Wait, Taxi not stunned? Wait, did you get charged on? How did Taxi immune a stun? Unless you human racial, then immediately gonna be Backhead tricking it out as he's gonna load it with dots. Taxi just going to full damage on that man. It's gonna be a knockdown, but Backhead. But it looks like is the knockdown even reaching Taxi? I think there might be some Z-axis. It's gonna be wait, Boomerang. What is going on? Why are two people attacking Taxi right now? Why is Taxi getting 2v1'd? What is going on? It looks like holy moly out to the rescue, as apparently the Shadow Priest just out of nowhere came out trying to fight it out. It was a normal 1v1. Taxi tried to recover with drain something. The whole team too is just absolutely assaulting Boomerang. Dispersed out for this guy. Holy moly came in at the right time. What was that? Oh, I just was not. What happened there? Oh man, is this the real fake Taxi? Yeah, it is the real fake Taxi. What happened there? I'm trying to figure that out. The Shadow Priest kind of came out of nowhere and started attacking together with the Warrior. I have no idea if the Warrior planned for that, so I'm not going to put it on his head. But that Shadow Priest just came out of nowhere. It was a good thing holy moly was there to get in between to re-intervene, and then the Rogue followed with it, trying to make sure to shut down that 1v1. I don't know if they attacked the Warrior, but I did see him. Yo, if I go back and look at the footage and I see them not even touch the Warrior and it's just Taxi still was able to finish off the Warrior, that would be even better. I don't even know what happened. What just happened? I was gonna 1v5. I have no idea. The Shadow Priest just kind of rolled in. I don't know. A Boomer just popped in. Man, Boomers ruin everything. Am I right, boys? Damn it. Boomers ruining everything. I'm joking. But no, what is that? You know, normally we have like a Paladin disrupt duels, right? Normally it's like a Paladin does some cheesy stuff, like runs out of turn and just helps a guy score a kill, or just runs out and starts healing a dude out in the middle of a 1v1. I've never had that happen as a Shadow Priest. So first time for everything, boys, am I right? What happened there? Can somebody explain? Backhead, who that dude is? Who that dude is? I want to know. What happened? Why did he do that? What was his reasoning? Taxi, fake Taxi? I like that. I like that. I do see and then have a break. I'll lose. All good. What's up? No problem, man. Well, that ending sucked. Yo, hold on. Yo, all good. No idea what Priest did, but I'm down for you guys to play again. Yo, I'm just gonna go with a Holy Pirate didn't plan for that, right? I'm gonna go with the idea that Holy Pirate didn't plan for that one. Yo, Fetty, we're gonna put you on the side. We're gonna let Century Jesus play, and we're gonna get you guys back in here as soon as we can, yeah? Yo, Taxi just taking names, man. Unless you're a survival hunter, I don't know if you live through Taxi, man. I think you just get drained by that man. He sucks you up like a straw, dude. He sucks you through a straw. My goodness. Actual vampire. Now, only thing we need for tags is to go Venthier. I know it's not going to happen because Venthier ability doesn't really work for PvP. But if you could go Drain as a Venthier, then he'll literally be the vampiric. Oh, dude, I could do such a cool thumbnail with Tagsy. Take his Mog and like give him like fangs, right? Maybe a bit of like a blood splatter on the face. That would be so cool. Oh my god, the Sin Land! The Sin Land Warlock. It'd be so good! Oh my god! Oh, I just thought of an awesome thumbnail, boys! Yo, we gotta get this duels keep going for a bit more, man! Oh! Oh! Yeah. Beautiful. Yo, does anybody know Snoopy? Anybody want to get my boy Snoopy in here? Snoopy used to join these duels quite a lot. I know he's busy and streaming and doing his own thing, but if you got free time, man, if you want to pop in, show what how it's done, maybe like play Venti or Feral, just to give, just like cap himself there a bit, you know, because we know he's gonna be able to devour these boys without needing to play Venti or Feral, or no, without being able to. He's gonna devour them anyway, but Venti or Feral, we're never gonna see it. Which. Until with a missed chopper, some Shadow Priest ran in between of a 1v1 between Tagsy and a warrior, and just kind of ran in between. It was the longest duel. Tagsy was gonna go for 1v5. The Shadow Priest didn't want that to happen, and then the team 1 went to back him up. It was a mess, but it was glorious. Ash gonna be switch. Ash gonna be first up versus Acer. Marksman versus Survival Hunter and Acer. They're just trying to double tap. Wait, oh, I think Acer has the wrong idea. No, he thinks it's arkey. He stopped? He stopped? Oh, Acer was about to hit arkey, wasn't he? He was about to hit arkey, and I think he saw Ash's flare. I think he realized at the last second, wait, I'm fighting a hunter. He thought that could have been really bad. I wouldn't have held that against Acer at all, though. I wouldn't have held that against him at all. Because this man is just looking for a target, and he probably didn't see where Ash's was at. He thought he was fighting the shaman. I was gonna see Acer just dome arkey, take him out of the game before he just started. I wouldn't have even been mad at him because he's confused. He's just trying to play the game. And Acer taking a bit of damage. Got himself what looks like a battle master trinket. Needs himself whatever he can just survive. That's gonna be quite a bit of dots with grenades as Ash has an advantage here. Feigned death by Acer. Hopefully he's playing. I wonder if he's playing the Craven Stratagem Legend or if he's got himself the rapid fire thing. Ash gonna hit with a little bit of that death shock him. I wonder if Acer has himself a fleshcraft available. Might need to use it here. Gonna be a fleshcraft. Let's just try to run in, rush it at Ash. That's gonna be a quick feint death by Acer. I don't know if he got more defenses. You might want to get him rolling. Double tap ready. That's gonna be Ash potentially dealing with his damage quite easily with a feint death. Oh, wait! Acer was trying to get a setup, and that chakram and explosion killed him. Just that alone. My goodness. Ash is just deadly. Gonna be immediate turtle shell assets. He's going for big damage. Gonna be pre-AMS for Jesus. I think trying to avoid any kind of freezing traps. It looks like maybe there was a freezing trap out of Ash. Decided to bail out of there. Decided to nope it out. Turtle shell, back up out of there completely. Let's get in there. Or rather get out there. It looks like Ash just let his pet die. He sacrificed the pet just to make sure he gets a camo. This way Jesus can't even catch up to him. Which is interesting. That's actually not a bad play. Ash definitely needs summoning for Jesus. If he interrupts that right pet, that could be really bad for him. Does get the right pet off, and that's going to be a big reset by the hunter. Had to burn off a turtle just to make sure that happens. But did do it and let the pet die. I wonder, so actually I shouldn't wonder anymore. I was going to say, I wonder if Jesus is playing the bargain PvP town, turning that apocalypse into a strong ticking dot for a bunch of shadow damage instead of summoning pets. He's not. He just used some pets. Gonna be Jesus with that Aegis trinket, trying to use it defensively in order to survive some of the pressure from Ash. Ash is just loading him up full of dots. Those grenades are getting absorbed to Aegis together with that Spell Warden, which is getting quite a bit of value for Jesus, especially if you got better damage, if you got a better health with better gear. That Spell Warden is naturally better. Stunned by the A-bomb for a second, or Dark Transformed Pet. Can I call the thing the A-bomb? That thing is an abomination. Not the big A-bomb like Stitch is looking kind of guy. But it is an A-bomb of sorts, right, boys? Grip Yoink onto Ash, who might not be in a good spot right now. He's gonna go for Flank and Strike with Jesus. Flank and Strike to drop down a freezing trap. That is an interesting one, so you don't harpoon for that one. Unless you did harpoon, it looked like Flank and Strike. Gonna be a bit of damage, potentially explosion on Jesus. Big explosion, that was a Flank and Strike. Jesus, let's go for the Armor of the Dead. Gonna be that Chimeric Poison, potentially reduces the damage of Jesus enough. Ash doesn't get to escape it. The Armor of the Dead chases after him. Doesn't even flush, got to feign death or anything. He needs something right now unless it's over. And Ash did the very best they could. That was a tough one, man. But then Holy Death Knight's getting beefed up as of recently and doing pretty well in PvP, especially with our tier set. It's actually quite a lot of damn, but Arkey got a million more damn than before. Jesus, going for the full bark and sacrificing his health, necroticing himself out. Got the full pet stone onto Arkey. It actually looks like he's gonna burn a bunch of damage. Arkey getting real low in health, massive health recovery. Quick Sunder just to split the earth onto Jesus' feet. It wasn't even the Sunder that killed Jesus. It was rather like he had no health. Arkey split the earth onto him. Jesus fell over, tripped and fell, hit his head, knocked himself out. Wasn't even him. Big zaps available for Colonel as he's playing the Necrolord Shaman. That's actually the first time we've seen an Elemental Shaman in a while. Aegis up for Arkey is actually huge defensive. Colonel going for Aegis of his own. Actually a massive defensive against Enhanced with Shaman, since they have so much more magic damage than ever before. For the 5v5 1v1 duels, actually just in general in PvP, they're blasting people out with lightning bolts and Ellie blasts, like as if the Elemental Shaman wannabe. Colonel is just waddling around. He might need his own Earth Elemental. I don't know if he used one already, but maybe waiting for it. There goes the Earth Ellie. Quick stone to Arkey. Trying to maybe get some damage in. Gonna be a big Ellie blast by Arkey. Colonel at some point is gonna have to use that Ellie defensive. Actually, uninterruptible. He can actually get a bunch of casts out. Definitely should be using it. He's playing that resolve trick, and so Arkey can't even stop it. You're just gonna have to let the damage happen, or let the healing happen. Colonel trying to see if he can load up another lava burst. Potentially could give him some Stormkeeper. Big Earth Shock onto Arkey. Have him so big lava burst loaded up. Lightning lasted to keep it in place for a second. And potentially could be a big lava burst setup. He's trying to go for it. Does Arkey stop it? Looks like Arkey's just gonna go for a heal. He's not gonna go for CC. Got him some Ghost Wounds. Quick interrupt on that nature. Colonel should be able to catch up on healing. Flesh Capped uninterrupted. With a Stormkeeper to follow. Does Arkey have a lot of damage to work with here? Gonna be big blast, big zaps, and everything stunned onto the Ellie Shaman with a big Ellie blast right after, as Arkey just trying to be the better Elemental Shaman as an enhancement. Quick big heals for Colonel as it drops down the Healy Totem. That's actually gonna be a big heal fight. These guys can't really stop one another. I mean, Colonel can maybe get an interrupt onto Arkey, but he shouldn't need to because Arkey has Maelstrom. Big lava burst, big zaps by Arkey, massive damage of his own. Colonel might be in trouble, trying to get himself a big heal. That's gonna be a wall right now. Grounding on him for that lightning bolt. Actually let him live. It's gonna be an interrupt on a flash scout onto as Arkey trying to get himself a bit of defensive stun onto Arkey for a second. As Arkey got himself yet another big zap ready to go. Ooh, Earth Shock to exchanges with a lightning bolt. Arkey does dip kind of low himself, but he does end up taking down the Ellie Shaman. And Joel is gonna be up next. My goodness. He got a spear. He got himself like a, I don't even know what kind. It's like the Paladin said, but it's almost looking like, you kind of look like Aquaman over here. Stun onto Arkey, breaks out of it with a trinket, with a wall immediately, as Jolcine got himself a Shield of Vengeance. That's going to be a slow puddle from the Necrolord Soulbind that Arkey is running. Merilith, I believe. It's gonna be big zaps into Joel. Got himself the Guardian Legendary to keep him alive though. It's gonna be a massive spell warded. Joel's still under pressure and Arkey just zaps that boy, puts him in a hard stop. Oh my goodness, with Vassal, last one left over for the team 2, giving Arkey an opportunity to recover and get a little bit of a reset over in his side of the arena. Huge soul inhale by Arkey on the Joel. Vassal is gonna have a decimated bolt on the totem, already prepped himself big burst. He already prepped himself a one shot. I don't know how big a burst he's gonna have, but he's going for shadow bolts on those totems. He is building. If he's running that Bale Spider Lego, that could be massive. Gonna be Arkey going for the flame shock on the Fell Lord, not walking anywhere near it. Gonna be a quick stun onto Vassal. Vassal is playing a different Aegis trinket. He got himself with one where he can't get interrupted once he uses it. Not the passive one. Stun onto Arkey. Does he give himself maybe a big go? Potentially Mortal Coil. Does he have a big setup? Trying to go for the big instant cast. Wall. Actually, Arkey might be going down. Oh, he does do it. He actually did it. Oh, that was the Demonology Warlock wombo combo. As clean as it could be. That was pretty clean. He used the trinket right too. He was able to get all his damage out. Oh, he had everything for it. But that cheesy burst is cheesy, man. Well, that's all you can say. Yeah, I see he's walking up into Vassal. Vassal's gonna have to play this very, very defensive here for a while. Very, very defensive. As Yassi is playing a different resolve trinket. So that's the difference between two resolves. Vassal got the one where it's a 3-minute cooldown, but once you use it, you're basically immune for 15 seconds. Like somebody used to like drop a bunch of CC on you, like 2, 3. Well, Vassal apparently dies to the Fell. Oh, he got teamed up by the Fell Lord and the Wrathguard. Apparently, I didn't even realize it. I thought I had time to explain what trinket does. But apparently, Vassal just get clobbered back there. So who had the most kills here tonight, actually? I need to go back and look, because whoever did left, and I only have 3. But that was huge. That was a great burst. Arkey also did really, really well, by the way. Hey, let's go, my guy. Let's go, everybody that played. Let's start mixing you guys up a little bit here. Fanny, Holy, Jesus Sentry. Let's get you guys rolling against one another, yeah? I guess you guys are rolling against one another. By the way, boys, I'm down to play a little bit longer today. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this stream, having a good time, give the stream a thumbs up. I very much appreciate it. How you boys all doing, by the way? Boys in the chat, say hello. How are you guys doing? Hassan, Merideo, how you boys all doing? Welcome, welcome. One spot on Alliance. Hey, let's go. Since you got a team ready to go, Fendi, let me know if you're ready. Holy Pirate, let me know if you still got a team. Jesus will get you guys up and running. Looks like Century is ready to go into the next one. She's like, yo, give me them boys. I got a taste for them. Alliance / Horde blood in the arena. I gotta go again, man. I gotta get some more zaps in there. That lightning shaman, that elemental shaman made him electric. Took Fenn's team. Okay, sounds good. Is Fendi done for the night? Hope not. I'm down to get you guys back in versus one another. I think you guys played each other? No, you didn't. I don't think you two played each other. Hey, what's up, Bullfighter, my man? Actually, maybe you guys played each other. What's up, Bullfighter, my guy? Hope you have a good one. Doing good, but we're better if I didn't have work tomorrow. I'm sorry about it, Shane. I'm sorry about it. Yo, kick back your feet, relax, enjoy your time, man. If you got to work tomorrow, especially taking the time to really enjoy your time off, man. Enjoy every single... Do whatever you enjoy whenever you hang out, man. I don't want to say anything on stream. I'm trying to figure out. No, Ash, you're good. You're good. Yeah, just I didn't know why I got removed from your group. It's all good. Yeah. Wait, weren't you lead of your team? You don't gotta sit out for today, man. You can play some more. I'm down with you playing. I know, boys, playing as much as you can. Oh yeah, I want to do these duels for a bit longer than normal. I want to get as many duels in here as we can, boys. I thought we were lead then. I guess not. Yo, you're more than welcome to join in, Ash. Maybe there'll be another group looking for you, yeah? How does that sound, my guy? Don't give up. You're more than welcome to keep playing, my man. You can play as much as you wanna. Twitch. Yeah, we got Arkey over on the team too. Gonna be first up versus Judy Cadam. Oh. Oh, wait. He's got himself like a full-blown Scarlet Crusade mog. Wait, is it trying to go for like a Darren Morgraine kind of mog kind of look? Or his dad? Wait, is it trying to mog? Is it trying to cosplay like an actual WoW guy? That's gonna be Hodge missing into the, oh, big Judy, oh, Judy. Oh my god, Judy is popping up the defensive. You might just need to use a bubble here. This boy is just going through all the defenses. Gets stunned by Arkey. Miss, what I want to say, misses Hodge into a grounding totem by Arkey. Set it up pretty well. And Arkey just zapping this boy in the chest. Looks like Judy might have been Judy Cadam. It's so unfortunate that your name is Judy. But I guess it's just a faster name, right? I would try to go with a Judy Cadam. Cadu? No, that doesn't really work either. Decadam. Decadam sounds like a cool name. It's gonna be Hodge onto Arkey. No ground totem this time. Looks at Judy Cadam is trying to see if he might be able to get himself set up, building up for a big hammer drop. He's having to burn a lot of that holy power for self-heal as Arkey does invest a big Ellie Blast. That's gonna be a big primordial bolt set up. Potentially could go for back-to-back lightning bolts over onto the paladin. Arkey trying to go for a little bit of self-heal, trying to maybe get himself a bit of maelstrom so he can maybe slap down the paladin as soon as he got himself a little bit of damage. Judy trying to see if he can keep himself afloat here, top himself off. Hodge onto Arkey, but mom want to separate completely. All he's got is a blessing of protection. As Ghost was a join in, Arkey should be able to just blast out through Judy, trying to see if he might be able to get interrupted on Holy so he can go for a full flesh count versus Arkey. Battle Master Tricky getting used, does himself a big set of wings, could potentially go for a lot of healing or damage. I think it was a grounding totem dropping down. Judy does it and taking it out as fast as possible. Trying to keep the pressure rolling versus Arkey with a quick hex. No, not gonna be a hex, it's gonna be a Hodge. But no wings to follow as Judy's wings did disappear from the Crusader PvP talent. Or not Crusader, Aura Vengeance? Is that what it is? Big zaps onto the shield of Vengeance. Judy's trying to see if we keep him alive. I don't know if that'll be enough. And zap down by Arkey. Taken out of the game. Unforged with Beggar hanging out over for the team too. We got Holy Moly chilling in the back. We got Tagsy here, as well as what looks like maybe Ballas gonna be rolling up versus Arkey. We got ourselves Kashi over on the Troll Ferojade over in Team 1. We got Kronkza coming back in as a Iron Night Fae, or is that just a meme? We got ourselves also Sugiro in the back as Fury. We got ourselves Yasa. And it's gonna be a quick Sunder with a stun to Ballas. The boss is still playing that Succubus Incubus build, so he's trying to play the Pleasure Through Pain build. Gonna be a big Zazwar here. Boss not really taking too much damage from the zaps just yet. Gonna be a Dark Pact as well. Lots of him set up. Boss can go for big burst. Arkey does have himself Spell Warden, so it's gonna, or Aegis rather, it's gonna give him a lot of survivability here. He's gonna try to see if he can line the side, so Boss can't quite catch him. Does Boss have any totems nearby? Could potentially maybe blast out the pet. There's the totem next to him. He could potentially just put the damage into the totem, trying to let the Tyrant and the pets do a bit of work onto Arkey, but he's avoiding them all completely. Boss was gonna need some line of sight onto Arkey in order to make sure he does land the big Decimating Bolt on him, but actually doing quite a bit of damage to Arkey without the need for it. Quick Fear onto Arkey, try to build up for damage, him to go down, Shadow Bolt to follow. That was a wall used. Does he go maybe for another setup with a Decimating Bolt? He's just continuing to Shadow Bolt at Arkey as best as possible. At some point he's going to need to go for a big setup. It's going to be a Mortical, but line of sight's a Decimating Bolt, which is super unfortunate. And he did build up a lot of imps just now. Arkey tried to see if he might be able to get an interrupt onto Ballas. Does get interrupted on Shadow for a second. Does have a Dark Pack coming up very soon. He needs to get Arkey somewhat lowered though. Might be a Dark Pack here as he got no health whatsoever. Ghostwolves actually might bite him. Oh, and the Ghostwolves do end up getting that bite at the end. They just went straight for the jugular, making this gnome into a chew toy. With Holy Moly charging out versus Arkey. Setting up some dots of their own, trying to get a VT in there. It's going to be quick interrupt by Arkey, maybe a little early. Is Holy Moly trying to go for Fear versus Arkey. Got himself full PI, full damage. All depends on Royal Flesh Cap, but it's going to be the Siphon trying to reduce the value of the Flesh Cap. The best possible going to be that big Resonator trick and the Grenade trick coming down. As Arkey's taking a bit of damage, all this pets around the corner actually just getting rotted down pretty hard right now. Holy Moly with them dots of the pet action just doing work. Try to see if they might be able to get around line of sight on Arkey. Could potentially land a silence and everything. Looks like a lot of the pet pressure is gone. Sunder onto Holy as Arkey is going to back up out of it. He is going to need some Maelstrom in order to get himself a little bit of heal catch up. Holy waddling away slowly from the Stone Totem. Is going to need to go for another setup next time to have the pet back up. Especially when they have their, what is it, the Mages of the Dead, the Undead Mages, Skeleton Mage, I don't even know what to call it. Stone into Arkey with a Siphon could potentially be decent damage. Silence, so Arkey has to walk up to her Siphon just to be able to clobber it down. Could potentially go for an interrupt with Holy Moly. The only thing he can really interrupt is Shadow, but you will be able to lock out Fleshcraft and other defenses and other abilities. It's going to be Arkey bailing, tucking tail and running away from all this pest. The Mages does mean behind the pillar. Could actually interrupt the Mages if he wants to. And I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. Looks like he's just going to clobber down the Mage. This guy's just trying to cast. Kevin around the corner trying to support him. He's like, leave my friend alone, so I spit. Why? Okay, Blizzard, you gotta take out the spit emo, but then Kevin can still spit at me? Come on, Blizzard, that's so toxic. Why is Kevin the only one allowed to spit? For real. That's Holy Moly getting hit with a Sunder. Trying to go for a... Trying not to get interrupted as best as they can, just to make sure there's a disperse they can use in order to catch back up. It's gonna be pretty tough for Arkey. I think Holy Moly in some ways needs to try to find a way to move Arkey away from any pillar. Lock him down with stuns, as well as with a Siphon with a slow. And just try to see if they can keep him away from pillars for as long as possible. Siphon joining in. Arkey choosing to follow after Siphon. Looks like he's going to back up out. He's ready to go behind the pillar in case he needs to. Holy Moly does activate Void Eruption. Looks like Void Form is up. Trying to make sure there's dots versus Arkey. Trying not to get interrupted. It's going to be big damage. Trying to go for a heal. Going to be a Hex. Greater Fate for a moment. No interrupt versus Arkey for a second. But that's great as Resonant Trick and Arkey is going to back up out of there completely. As Holy Moly continues to blast out at Arkey. And Arkey trying to avoid the Mages of the Dead as best as they can. Man, yeah, for Holy Moly, every minute they have quite a bit of birds, but they just got to make sure that there's no line of sight for Arkey to hide behind. Otherwise, they're just going to be able to avoid the damage completely. It's so weird that Shadow Priest is a pet class in PvP. Am I right? It's kind of weird. I mean, it's cool, you know, but they kind of feel like a Demonology Warlock in a way. And you have to rely on AI. I think it's neat, but like, weird at the same time. Because Arkey just lines aside, he just hides behind the box, and there's like, that's it, your damage is gone. That has to feel pretty bad, like, you know, 3v3. Oh my god. Holy Moly though, still kicking, still surviving. No interrupt available for arkey. Again, Holy just gotta make sure to pull him away from any pillar. Holy moly might be in trouble. Massive heal recovered. I believe playing the self-heal legendary. Trying to keep it slow onto arkey. Arkey not going anywhere. Looks like he's gonna stick around. Disperse out for Holy moly. Looks like arkey is gonna turn the attention onto the mages, but definitely wants to put the pressure into Holy moly as best as possible. Does Holy moly have anything left? Gonna be a stun onto arkey with a flesh cap. Does get the interrupt at the very last second. The mages actually gotta do a bit of damage to arkey. Gonna be a full void eruption potentially for Holy moly with a siphon to slow him down quite a bit. Silence around the corner as it's gonna be a Holy moly trying to blast out at arkey's best possible. Big alien blast does get Holy moly super low. If arkey only has a primordial setup and a zap right after, that could be pretty scary. Holy moly just trying not to get interrupted as best as they can. arkey getting hit with the fear. Holy moly is able to catch up a little bit of healing. Drop it down in Shadow Crash, but getting interrupted by arkey. Man, it's gotta be rough. Next zap, I think it might be over. Lightning Bolt doesn't even go for full Maelstrom. Man, Holy moly, she had it tough, man. She had it tough. It's probably like the worst matchup you can really get. But they did the best they could. She did honestly the best she could in that one. Gonna be a wall into arkey as the rogue beggar. They're just trying to see if we can take him down. Is that gonna be a full big burst? It's gonna be Resident Grange. You get big points explosion. I think it's over at last. arkey does get himself a heal or two, but beggar at 22% dampening with deadly poison and shiv? There's no way. There's just no way you're living. Sugiro's gonna try to see if he can swipe the rogue out in the open, potentially find a whirlwind on him. Beggar chilling in stealth. Waiting out for Sugiro. This is going to pick up the eye. 25% dampen at 9 minutes into the duel. And beggar going for a bit of a flesh scaft while he's chilling on the underside of the bridge. Going to be a Sugiro Beyblading himself into the rogue just to make sure he doesn't get hit with any CC like a disarm. And on disarm, he's going to hit him with a quick fear. Sugiro needs to be careful about the next stun by beggar. I don't think this rogue has any more bursts. This rogue is actually not Night Fae. I was thinking this rogue was going to be a Night Fae for some reason. But he's a Necrolord. Sugiro with the reflect. I don't really know what he could reflect from beggar, but I think he does reduce some of the nature damage that he's taken from the rogue. And I guess he is also able to reduce some of the damage from Kevin too. Beggar does dive into stealth. Was that a vanish or was that like a shadow meld? I'm not sure. I think it was a proper vanish. Sugiro is chilling behind the pillar. Gonna just beat up on Kevin Slime, generate a little bit of resources. He only has a enrage regeneration for the next big go by the rogue. Does not have a trinket. Unless he just randomly finds the rogue. Cheap shot by beggar. Trying to get some dots in. Sugiro immediately goes in for big defenses. Quick disarm onto the warrior. Not much you can really do. But furiously keep punching at beggar. Trying to get whatever auto attack damage you can. With just fists alone. Blade Storm for Sugiro. He's going to get a quick catch up onto a charge versus beggar. Quick blind by the rogue though. As the rogue does not have evasion. As a jury, at least got a trinket, got everything. Wait, is beggar even running a trinket? Wait, hold on, is beggar even running a trinket? This man is not even running a trinket. What? Did he know he was gonna run against Sugiro? Or was that like wrong setup? Were you just trying to go for like the biggest birds build or something? He's got no trinket, like any other class, like a paladin with a stun, with a bit of a setup, like it's over. But literally playing against Sugiro, he doesn't have any CC except for a fear. He doesn't run a stormbolt. Most fear warriors don't anymore. So it's like, it's actually perfect. It's like his own, he knew he was going to run versus Sugiro. Disarm onto the warrior. Kidney shot to follow. Vendetta's up with the resonant trinket. Sugiro got nothing for this. Maybe he can barely survive it. Potentially get a heal. Let's go for commanding shout. Get himself at least a little bit of survivability. Need himself an impending victory on the road, but I think it's going to be over. The dagger subset and the poisons are coursing through his veins. And there's not much he can do. Krong's charging out a beggar. It's going to be immediate cheap shot by beggar. I think trying to go for a shadow melt for a second. Gonna be the big burst out of Krong's trying to go for resident trinket versus beggar. I think it's going to be over. As Krong's just unleashes the outlaw burst versus him. Fake tag is going to be the last one left as he's getting stabbed up by Krong's. I think he's playing Necrolord. He still has a spike from the last rogue on him. Quick blind on tags. The tags are playing the what is it? Not resonant trinket. Resolve trinket. So this blind is going to last a little. Wait, how did you cheap shot him? Did you like sap him through the rest of the charges of resonator? I think he did. I think he literally blinded him, caught a vanish, sap, cheap shot. Or maybe fake tags he got out of combat and then resonator dropped. One of those two. Tags to try to see if he can push him versus rogue. No way for him to interrupt. Krongzu can maybe cloak the shadows. Does get a full stun on a Tagsy. More of a defensive stun. As Tagsy is not going to sit that one long at all. He's going to try to see if he can port next to Krongzu. Krongzu could potentially go for a cloak of shadows. Does go for a DFA. At least he's trying to immune the CC coming out from Tagsy. It's gonna be a quick stun onto the rogue. Drain, yet another fear. Gonna be that Cloak of Shadows. The Sprungs to finally get himself maybe a little bit of reprieve from all those dots. Stun onto tags. He does have a human racial for it. It's gonna be Dark Fool. Not Dark Pack, but rather Wall. It's gonna be a Dark Soul. A Stable Affliction. A Tags to try to go for the most amount of damage from the Sprungs. It does get hit with a Gouge for a second, but it's gonna be the Dark Layer. Tags to just survive this a little bit longer. The rogue will die eventually. Looks like Krongzi doesn't have the hardest dots on him yet, but the Dark Layer continues to blast him. I think it might have turned around. I think Krongzi is over. Oh no, the dots. They weren't the hardest, but if only he just stayed on top of tags, if only just kept rushing at him, I think he would be able to use it. I was using Aegis. Oh, okay, I didn't realize he used Aegis. Oh, big blast onto Tagsy as Keishi doesn't give him an opportunity. It's that 30-minute duel, dampening built up, taking him out. I didn't realize you were using Aegis. You could actually use Aegis with another CC. Were you? So somebody in Discord actually asked me, so I'm not going to bring it up thinking like you had no idea, but somebody in Discord asked me, hey Dal, if I use Aegis, can I use like another CC trinket, or am I not allowed to? And they were confused, but Aegis is like a defensive trinket, kind of like a Battle Masters. You can use it together with a CC breaker trinket. I don't know if maybe it was you, Kyle, or somebody else on Discord that asked. But hey, yeah, I guess a warrior, I guess the Aegis didn't really work too well, but hey, at least it's a warrior. Can't really CC you too much, yeah? Alright, let's get Team Jesus, potentially get a Holy Pyre in here. I'll let you get you guys back in here. I know since you're ready. I know you're ready. I do want to mix you guys up a little bit here. Taxi with a 5-man ready to go. Do we have Jesus back up? Does he have a 5-man team? Or Holy Pyre, does he have a 5-man team? By any chance? By the way, Jesus has an alliance team, Holy has an alliance team, and Taxi has an alliance team. Where the Hordes at? They're all with Sentry. Yeah, quite literally impossible. It is a pretty bad matchup though, dude. It is a pretty bad matchup. Sometimes you get that kind of matchup and it's just not much you can do about it. Yo, if you wanted to go for the big one-shotter build, I've seen some demonology. I said demonology and then I'm trying to correct myself. I tried to correct my demonology with demonology. Where my head at, man? But I've seen some demonology warlocks. I know you want to go for like, you know, the succubus build to get the biggest one-shot, and that's the fun one. But if you go for like the normal pet, and you still play like the one-shot build, the pet will give you a stun. So you can use like the stun into mortar coil with like wrath guards and stuff and fears. So that can give you like a little bit of CC as you build up for damage, and that maybe can make it more guaranteed. What's up, Dad? What's up, Tommy? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having good with my guy. Boys, if you guys are enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying your time here, hit the thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. Also, if you're new, and you're popping in, man, since you're already here, you might as well hit subscribe, hit the bell. We do these duels regularly, so you get regular PvP content on the channel. Watching these gladiators compete against one another. Gladiators in like the gladiator arena rather than like, you know, rating through threes. Watching the boys, watching these fighters blast each other out to earn that glory. Sweet, sweet glory. So subscribe, hit the bell while you're at it. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, boys. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, by the way. I was the one that got him in last week, and I appreciate Tagsy. I appreciate you getting Sleepy in last week. Looks like Sentry and Tagsy are ready. Jesus is ready. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to go Tagsy versus Jesus. Doesn't seem like Team Tagsy just will not fall apart at all. Tagsy and Jesus. I'm going to get Sentry in next. Архи будет твоя команда после этого дуэля. Будет Jesus, Tagsy, и будет твоя команда после. Have to be a little quick in my Russian and English. Explain to Archie that his team is going to be next. His team, or otherwise in Russian you call it Komanda. Actually, a lot of the other like Slavic, Ukrainian, former USSR countries would call it similar thing, Komanda, or something along those words nowadays. Hey Dal, don't forget to spend your mark of honor plus 3 gem and org. Made over a mil out of the mage tower backup. Yo, I gotta do that too. People are actually buying them, Jay Everett? You're kidding me, right? No way, man. Which one is selling more, the strength one or the agi one? Dude, no way. How long until you're playing? Maybe I'll hop on. Yo, we're gonna be playing for a while. Yoran, you're more than welcome to my guy. Hope you're having a good one, by the way. Thanks for popping into the stream. Appreciate ya. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running. I saved that one, right? Just to make sure I did. Do people really buy them? Do they not know? Okay, well, I guess we'll keep it a hush-hush. 5k a pop? Okay, we'll keep it a hush-hush. Don't tell nobody, boys. Just buy those gems with marks of honor and put them up on the auction house. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, okay? Don't tell nobody. Alrighty, switch. Oh my god, Jesus is going up first with Taxi. We guys are pulling all the stops at the start. Taxi getting hit with a stun by the pet, but actually it might be really bad for Jesus because that Taxi is basically immune to all CC. I think maybe not to grips, but definitely immune to like any hard CC. Setting up a gateway just in case. It's going to be full dots onto that pet, but the pet is going to be amped up. That aim up pet actually does quite a bit of damage. It's going to be going into the huddle, so the pet takes like what, 50% less damage, if not 40 or 80. I think that was it 80 at some point, chat. I think you used to do a huddle, but the pet like huddles in place, but takes like very little damage. But it looks like when it's in big A-bomb form, it gets the defensive without having to huddle in place, without CCing itself. It looks like Jesus actually might have used a few death calls, might have been on the pet. As Taxi's actually getting ripped apart by the army of undead. He is just unCCable, but he is not invulnerable to damage. And those pets are just putting in work. Finally got some dots on it. Jesus is going to be a quick flush cuff for the Death Knight to recover as he's trying to deal with the shadow damage of Taxi. Death Knights being generally one of those classes that deal pretty well with magic damage. Full dots on the pet, full dots on Jesus. Gonna be Dark Glare. It's gonna go for ages together with the anti-magic zone. His health is still taking a lot of damage. Stun from distance. Death Bolt to follow. Drain left right after. Jesus tried to sacrifice his pet. IBF, everything just to survive. Missing that interrupt versus Taxi as Taxi pop every cooldown available. Jesus, is he going to rotate more defenses? Looks like he might have stayed off a lot of that dot pressure so far. That Spell Warden is going to end up helping recover on health. Every time those dots stick on him, there's a chance to proc Spell Warden, which is going to be quite a decent absorb to proportional to his health. Quick stone into Taxi. Quick yoink onto the Warlock right after. Jesus tried to keep some slows on him as he just rotted to the dots. The Agony and Corruption isn't going to be enough to really push Jesus over the edge, together with the Spell Warden and the AMS. Arm of the Dead joining in. Taxi just going to go for a wall, trying to get some pressure onto the Death Knight, trying to make sure full dots are on him. Is going to rapid contagion together with UA. If it can break past the mold, the barrier that is Spell Warden, it's actually going to affect Jesus. Quick drain with the Death Bolt. It's really going to get the Death Knight low. He really needs that Spell Warden to proc more. Burning the Warlock Hellstorm from Vassal, so Jesus might be able to live another day. Yoink back onto Taxi, but he does go for a 4. That's going to be the full grip head out for the Death Knight, but he can't quite reach. Taxi using the Soul Shape as a form of a Shovel Tusk, if you wanted to know what that thing is, to get away from Jesus. But those things are called Shovel Tusks, which I guess kind of makes sense because their tusks kind of look like shovels, but they added them back in WoD on the Wrath, and I don't think they've ever really reused that model again of that animal or that mob ever again. I think they're just all in Howling Fjord. Is that what it is? I think they're only Howling Fjord, and that's about it. Soul Rod up for Taxi, trying to get some damage to Jesus. Quick yoink by the Death Knight as he goes in for the Death Strike. Taxi popping off a full Dark Glare to extend those dots, but Jesus has himself anti-magic shell. That's going to be AMS dropping, but the army that joining in, stun on Jesus with a quick drain life. Jesus in such a bad spot, fully dotted. Aegis not doing much for him. Trying to flush cut through the damage. That's going to be quick interrupt by Taxi. Jesus just has a little bit of life left on him, but his health bar is burning off though. Aegis is only going to protect a portion of the damage it take. The only time it absorbs damage fully is if it's from cosmic damage, like the Resonator Trinket. Or I guess certain boss fights. I guess some of the bosses in the new raid, technically. Resonator is good there. Acer trying to go for a double tap. Aim shot onto fake Taxi as he goes in for a quick Fear versus Acer. Taxi is going to burn off all the dots. Rapid contagion onto Acer, trying to see if he can burn through the flesh cup. Looks like Acer is taking a bit of damage, trying to see if he can maybe get some rapid fire damage on Taxi. Taxi with a drain. Acer not looking so good. He might get every heal in the world. Oh, hit him with that Malefic Rapture from a mile away. Malefic Rapture, technically, it will basically cause your dots to flare up. Bit of shadow damage for every dot that's on the target. It has no distance cap, does it? It can just do it from miles away as long as you can see him. And in PvP, you can see each other at all times, so as long as you don't have line of sight. Taxi going in for a big 4. Lots of damage from Vassal. Actually, it looks like Taxi taking a big damage. Was that a big burst? Vassal just continued to blast out Taxi, and it looks like the Doom Bulls do end up capitalizing on it. Vassal taking it back for his team. The only thing that can stop a Warlock is another Warlock. I think it might be the season of Warlocks, man. You got Destro Warlocks popping off double Chaos Bolts back to back. Demonology Warlock with big Demon Bolts. And you got Affliction Warlocks draining people dry. It's actually like an interesting season, honestly. Vassal did burn off his Resolve Trinket, the one where it's like immunity to CC, 3-minute cooldown, but once you use it, you can basically, it's the Convoke Trinket. It is basically the Incarnation Convoke Trinket. You can't get interrupted. You can't get stunned unless they throw like 3 or 4 stuns at you back to back. It looks like Vassal's going to set up for a little bit of a decimate bolt of his own. Going to be a stun with a interrupt onto Ballas. As Vassal tried to see if he could go for a port just to give him some mobility. Mordecai onto Ballas. Ballas is playing the other resolve trick, the more passive one. Quick, succubus CC onto Vassal just to stop him in place. And is going to go for a couple of shadow bolts. Actually, Ballas, if he wanted to, he could just shadow bolt the pet. For Ballas, it's not a bad idea just to shadow bolt the pet, get it super low, and maybe go for the execute with the decimate ball and that thing. That's exactly what he's going to go for. If Vassal is careful enough, it might just do this. It might just resummon the pet. He's definitely going to do a bit of damage to the succubus. But he might just want to resummon his pet, make a brand new one. Is there... Okay, Wrathguard is still back there. I was going to say, did he kill the Wrathguard? But I think he feared it out. Decimate Bolt getting set up on Vassal. Has to burn through Spell Warden. That Spell Warden is going to give him quite a bit of damage reduction versus the next 2 bursts. If maybe Boss can wait out the Spell Warden a little bit, he might be in a decent spot. Silence on Vassal. Big damage to the Spell Warden. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Continue to blast out of Vassal. Vassal's not half a shell, but I think a lot of the burst from Ballas is gone. Going to be a wall for Vassal as he goes in for a fear onto Ballas. Trying to set up a bit of burst of his own. Summon an extra pet. Needs to go for the full Tyrant play. It's going to be an interrupt onto Ballas for a second. Does get himself a Dark Pact. Is that also Spell Warden of his own? It is. Vassal can maybe go for a burst of his own, but looks like Ballas bails out of there with a port, set it up ahead of time. So Vassal's a little bit behind on health, does at least have the succubus to drain from. But the succubus could go for seduce just to CC him. And Ballas is going to be back there building up for a shadow bolt damage, probably building up for even more pets. He has himself the full Tyrant burst ready to go anytime, any place. He's going to pull the pet back, needs to give us a little bit of heal. Vassal, if he has himself a decimate bolt, he could potentially use a decimating on a succubus that's at low health. Does get himself a bit of burst, potentially could be bad for Ballas. Mordecai does give him a heal. Hannah go down, get himself for Ballas. Dark Pact is up for Vassal. Does he have any more burst? Looks like he's going to go for a port, kind of out in the open. Decimated bolt, get a load up for Ballas. Does he have himself a big go? Huge. Actually, Vassal, we need one more global. It's actually such a bad spot. Wait, Ballas, does he have one more damage bolt? Mordecai, pretty bad for him, but Vassal's so low in health. The succubus take him out. Potentially, maybe Ballas can just board on top of him. But he says one more. Oh, there it goes. That's all he needed, just one more bolt. That's all he needed, just one more. And he did do it. Colonel is going to be up next as an Elemental Shaman. Is going to be catching Ballas. He's kind of low health. The Dark Pact, I don't know if he's going to do much for him unless he's got a Spell Warden. Unless he got the Aegis Trinket. I keep calling Spell Warden, but the Aegis, I think he might be in a tight spot. Big zaps could come out for Colonel. Just use a line of sight on the Warlock. Warlock is not really the most mobile class ever. Could potentially get himself close enough to the port. He could use the port in order to try to see if he could swing away from Colonel. Just trying to avoid him. That Fire Elemental actually disappearing. It looks like Colonel is just going to sink some damage into the succubus instead, putting a flame shock on that thing. A lot of his damage was Stormkeeper. Was gone. Didn't just cancel Stormkeeper? It looks like he's back up a cooldown. I thought he just used it. Apparently not. Going to be a fresh new succubus, get someone up for Ballas. I think he wants to go for a little bit of succubus CC on the shaman if he can. Fear real quickly. Actually denies it instead. Actually, he won't even be able to use it. That is a resolve trinket on Colonel. So once you get hit by a CC, there's only so much you can do. Ballas does go for a big gateway. At least raise himself a little bit of space. I think he just might want to summon himself another succubus or at least pull it back. Because eventually the Colonel is going to end up taking that thing out. Looks like it's exactly what's happening. He's trying to pull the pet back. The other guy's trying to slow it. That's going to be a fresh new succubus or incubus. It does get another succubus back up and running. 8 minutes. 9 minutes into the duel. 24% damping. Quick lasso onto Ballas. My fault. My B. I did something wrong. Actually, I don't even know what I did. But he gave me like an error sound. That's my fault. Colonel got himself a bit of damage potentially. This could be a big zap. Does not go for a Stormkeeper yet. But it's going to be a Spell Warden. Mordecai get it set up. Boss will not be able to do too much CC on Colonel. Resolve for resolve. They're basically just out in the open trying to do as much damage once they get CC'd or interrupted by one another. Dark Pact is up on Boss. That's going to be the Fire Elemental joining in. For Colonel, this could be huge damage. Does get him some big lava burst. Does go for maybe big zaps. Looks like he doesn't have a Stormkeeper set up. Boss is going to back up out of there for a second. Needs to go for Decimate Bolt at some point. Is going to get interrupted. He can still cast maybe some Demon Spells so Hand to go down still can come out. Needs to get some sort of CC onto Colonel at some point. There's going to be a quick fear. Does he maybe go for Shadow Bolts on the Fire Elemental? He could. It's going to be a big setup. Grounding Totem is going to stop a lot of the burst. Colonel popping on the wall. Is going to try to see if he can get himself a healing surge. Wall still has a lot of potential damage. Good go for potential one shot. Wall is reducing the damage crazy good. Boss, I think he has one more Demon Bolt ready to go. He just needs to make sure he got the pets. He got himself maybe some Shadow Bolts built up. He doesn't really have a lot of defenses right now, so next last of a Colonel could be extremely bad for him. Maybe he can go for the Succubus CC for a second and just find a Totem and Shadow Bolt it a couple of times. Mortical into Colonel with a Fear right after. Will not be able to stop the Fear, or will not really be able to match up a proper Fear on him. So there's going to be at least pets chasing after the Ellis Shaman as the Warlock has tried desperately just to find himself a little bit of survivability. Colonel, if anything, at least has self-healing. As we head into that 10-minute, 30-second mark, 33% dampening isn't holding this man back at all. Balls does have a Dark Pack ready in case he wants to use it. Wall available as well in case he chooses to use it. That's also going to be a Tyrant. So you're actually setting up for a big setup. He just needs some healing. He just needs some help to survive the go. Because Colonel could just kill him in a single lasso. That lasso is going to put him in a bad spot. But the second CC stops him in place. Trying to get some Shadow Bolts into the Colonel. Potentially could maybe give himself some big damage. Going to be Ellie Blast. As Colonel setting up for a big Lava Burst. Just trying to keep the slows into Ballas. As he at least gets himself a Flesh Scout up around the corner. Going to be a Flesh Scout for Colonel as he's moving with it. He's not running Maryland by the looks of it. I think it's a many. Going to be interrupted on the Colonel. Does get interrupted on Ballas. Both of them get each other very, very low. Trying to go for lightning bolts while moving. You should at least get a sword keep up or something. That's going to be a big spell warded. Ballas is going to big damage anyway. Colonel is in big trouble. Wallace up right now. Is it still going to go down? Big damage. Ballas is burning through that 50% shield, 40% wall. He actually got himself the most amount of burst through like insane amount of defenses. That is Aegis. 50% of the damage goes into the shield. 40% of the damage reduced by wall. I know they don't stack. It's not like a 90% damage reduction because it doesn't like add like that, but it still is a lot of defenses, and the man still got blasted. Joel is going to be up next, getting hit with a slow by the Succubus. Try to see if he can catch up to Ballas. Can Ballas pull a second set of the burst again like this? Potentially, that is a Paladin with a bubble, and Ballas has no health whatsoever. Paladin got some really scary bursts. I don't know if you could do it, but I feel like maybe, potentially, possibly, if everyone could do it, maybe Ballas can, because he did get at least one setup on that chamois. Yo, caster versus caster duels are so interesting to watch because of that, what is it, Resolve Trinket. I don't know if it's good or bad that they're just able to free cast at each other like that, but it's kind of crazy. Gonna be port for Ballas. Just trying to see if he can sneak away from Joel. Just trying to see if he can escape. Wallace up right now. Could use the gateway. He's going to use the gateway. Needs to find a way to slow Joel at all times. There goes the Succubus CC. As he pops a hand of freedom on himself. Definitely wants to hit a slow onto Joel with the Curse of Exhaustion. Keeping the Paladin slow is going to be super, super important here. Able to get a bit of damage. The Succubus is able to apply slow onto Joel. And Boss needs to get Joel low enough, hit him with a decimated bolt, set up for some big one shot, and then surprise Joel out of nowhere. But looks like he's just gonna let the Succubus do its thing, back it up out of there completely. Just looking for a bit of a reset. And Joel trying to set up another port, another Succubus. He's going for a bit of a reset of his own. Boss could maybe go for a Tyrant play? Potentially? Possibly? Joel does hold them to bubble. I feel like if Joel just goes for like the judgment, sets up a little bit of resources, get himself double the hammer, I think he's going to be in a great spot. Going to be a Succubus CC as Balls does catch him out in the open, no wall or nothing. So for Joel, might just have to burn a bubble as soon as possible. It's going to be that Shield of Vengeance. Let's see him have a hand of freedom. Going to be full Tyrant. Balls could potentially have himself the big burst versus Joel, trying to set up even more pets, trying to do the very biggest burst possible. If Joel is surprised by this burst, it could be really bad for him. Oh wait, he actually almost just killed him with just a decimated bolt and a Demon Bolt. Wait, he can still be in trouble. Balls just need to survive this. He just need to live this. One more global onto Joel and it's over. One more global. If Joel doesn't recover in health, it's over. Succubus CC, I think Balls has it. Potentially, big Demon Bolt. There it is. He literally just need to live that. He set up some big nukes. He just needs to live long enough. Balls with 3 kills, dude. Warlocks, man. Tags it with 2. Draining these boys. Balls blasting these guys out. It is World of Warlocks, boys. And I feel like Warlocks were one of those classes that was kind of like, especially in Season 2, from looking at the data of like arena participation, they were one of the lesser popular range classes in the game. And I think for PvP, it's turning around the other way around. It's doing a 180. They go from like, kind of okay, but not super like, not mages or anything, to like, wait, everybody wants a Warlock on their team when they do this much burst. Spam. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Yeah, what's up, Wolf? Yeah, it happens. Actually, they've been happening a lot more often. There used to be quite a while when there weren't any. Best cams, that fun. Hot girls and boys video chat. At least they're like fully inclusive there. They got the succubi and the incubi. Jesus, we gotta get you in here. Shagsy just played. We gotta get Sentry in. Does the Warlock damage is insane? Dude, he burned that Shaman through wall and Aegis. 50% damage reduction to Aegis. Okay, so Aegis. Does it get reduced in value because of... It might have got reduced in value because of dampening. I'll need to go back and look, but it looks like 50% of the damage goes into the shield. It doesn't seem like it's affected by dampening too hard. And wall. So wall, 40% damage reduction, 50% of the damage goes into the shield. And it still got blasted. It's actually kind of crazy. Okay, we gotta get Jesus versus Sentry. We'll get Tagsy back in here as soon as we can. Man, Tagsy's team. Only two Warlock's gonna play, dude. We gotta give him another go for sure. For sure. Did I mess up the names? Sentry 5. Nice, we're good. We're back. By the way, boys, if you guys are enjoying the duels, if you're having fun tonight, if you like some of the games we see tonight, go ahead and give the stream a thumbs up. I'd very much appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more duels like these on a regular, literally every single day, subscribe, hit the bell. Also, if you want to get regular patch updates for 9.2 as well as PTR, hit subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. You guys are awesome, by the way. Thanks so much for hanging out, man. Appreciate you all. All right, we got another group with Sentry and Jesus. Did team with Holy, did they just fall apart completely? If they reform, yo, Ash, I don't know if you still are here. I think he's offline. I don't see him on Discord anymore. Unfortunate. But if you guys want to make a team, or if maybe Tagsy wants to open up for more new players, it's a first blood. Can anyone join? Anybody can. Yeah, we just gotta make sure you just gotta join one of the groups available in LFG, and that's all you gotta do. Or you can make your own. We got in the chat a pin on how to join the duels. How to do the how to either make groups or join some. What the group should be called. Alrighty, gang. Which got us at team 1, team 2 together with Arkey. We got ourselves Bear Shifts. Is that it? Bear Shifts? Krongza. We got sugiro in the back as well as Yasha. Looks like Krongza is going to be going up versus Jesus. I think he should try to build the common points off of a pet. Yeah, he literally did. He stabbed the pet, trying to go for a big resonant trick, and Jesus walking out of it, breaking out of that stun with an IBF. And is spawning in an A-bomb limb, but he's just getting burned right through. Going to summer Jesus. Does go for as much stuff as he can. Might have to go for a pet sacrifice. This arm still rolling. As Krongza just continued to blast out Jesus as much as possible. With a big invasion, Krongza though taking a bit of damage without stun. Jesus does have a way out of it. Fleshcraft, no way to interrupt him by the looks of it. Or if anything, I think he vanished through Fleshcrafted. That's why. And Jesus does go down. Oh, it looks like Jesus maybe lagged a little bit. Oh no. Looks like Jesus might have lagged a little bit at the end there. But he tried to see if he could beat the rogue as best as he could. But Krongza with a vanished Fleshcraft just in his face is crafting his shield real quickly. Just to make sure he's all good to go. Taking him out. Vassal gonna be up next. Is it all friendly currently? Can I get in the 2 Lego? Can I get fast the 2 Lego? You can either craft it with a low tier Lego. We should be actually, you should be able to get a tier 4, tier 5 Lego very, very soon. They're added an item to be able to upgrade Lego. Or if you finish the storyline, there's no skip for the story right now. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, Jordan? How you doing, my man? Vassal getting kidney shotted down, but is going to spawn in a whole army of demons with a Fell Lord watching over him. Quick fear into Krongza. Looks like Vassal is going to go for this resonant trigger, trying to make the most damage with Krongza. No cloak shot is available for the rogue. Let's see if we wait to stop him. I don't know if Krongza has any outs. I think it could be pretty bad for Krongza right now. Trying to see if he can blast him out with demon bolts. Looks like he doesn't have the biggest demon bolts, but he doesn't have the biggest damage. Enough to take down Krongza. Looks like he had enough damage to take down that rogue without advantage, without a cloak. That'd be a little bit tough. Airships? Well, it has the letter F in there. But yeah. Decimate Bull gonna set up on Vassal. Is Vassal gonna get blasted out by Yasha? Looks like Vassal is gonna have to go for the Aegis Trinket with the wall, full damage reduction. The Tyrant blasting him out, trying to see if he can banish the Wrathguard. Or rather the Felguard attacking him. Yasha in the back, just having to deal with some of the imps, Shadow Bolt and those things just for resources while he's got him back here. But they're despawning. Vassal just might die to the pets alone. Wait, what the? I think it's over. More to call into Yase. I didn't realize that Vassal was just completely getting decimated by pets, but I keep forgetting Yase is not playing the one-shot build. He's playing the pet build. He's buffing the damage of his pet. Still got big decimated bolts. There's going to be Guardians, legendary proccing for Joseon. He's one defensive legendary when he basically cheats death, and he procced him with just a couple decimated bolts. Yase isn't even going for the one-shotter build. He's just playing like a normal Warlock build with a legendary that amps up his pet damage. But that Necrolord, and maybe he just got that big decimated bolt on like one of the imps that was super low on health, so he's got like the biggest proc possible. Gonna be another decimated bolt set up. Joel does not have a wall or anything for this one. Gonna be decimated bolts. Oh my god. My goodness. He's not even running the one-shot build. That's what I don't understand. He doesn't care about a one-shot build. This man still got some beefy demon bolts anyway. Jesus. Acer gonna be up next. Trying to see if he might be able to riddle him full of bullets, beam him down with a rapid fire, dropping on some traps. Yase to pick up the eye. Looks like one of the pets is going to waddle over to him, and I'm sure that wasn't a. Tell me that wasn't a decimated ball that was empowered, right? Tell me it wasn't. As Yase tried to see if he could catch Acer. No more camera, but the Hunter. He definitely does need to go for a big rapid fire with a line of sight, making sure to avoid the pet or any mortar coils as best as he can. Knock back into the pet. Yase slowly approaching Acer. He's going to hit him with a slow. Pet empowered pretty quickly. Hunter bind down onto Yase. Try to go for a fear onto Acer, but it's going to be a big rapid fire. Actually, aim shot instead. Decimated bolt getting set up. Looks like Acer still got hit by those decimated bolts. Next few bursts out of Yase could still be really bursty. And he's going to try to see if he maybe can line up another decimated bolt on Acer. If the pet can give Yase a proc too, that could still be a lot of damage. Big decimated bolt. Just literally trying to jump. Just trying to like reach. I just need line of sight just a little bit. If I just can jump high enough, I can maybe blast him out, avoiding the freezing trap completely. Does he have the instant cast? He got a couple of decimated bolts ready to go. Acer taking a bit of pressure from at least one of them. Yase finds another instant cast real quickly. He needs one more. He just needs one more big instant cast burst. Boarding on top of Acer, trying to go for a little bit of that flesh cap. Quick interrupt by Yase as he summons out a Felhound just for an interrupt. And into the decimated bolt, Acer tried to see if he could go for feign death. Yase just tried to set up another execute. Instead of Acer, it's over. But now he has a big execute for the next guy that he's going to be going up against. It looks like Colonel is going to be the man. 5 minutes of the duel, 2% dampener. Colonel does go for a lightning lasso with a meteor from the fire elemental. Big Charge summon is up. Yase might do the biggest damage for Colonel. Colonel better have a defensive for it. Gonna be big decimated. Oh my god. This man didn't even give this boys a chance. Didn't even give him a chance. Dude, he's not even playing like the one-shot cheesy build. He just got, you know what he's got? He's got his pet empowering his damage, and then he empowers his pet, and that's all he does. Wait, was there only a 4 they fought? Did somebody leave? Like, as they died versus him? No, it was Krongsu. Krongsu fought the Death Knight, Jesus, and then Yase just came on here, and he was like, hey, I've been watching these Warlocks compete and do well in duels. I can't fall behind, boys. This is why Yase is a godly Warlock, man. Doesn't even play the one-shot build. That's a big tyrant. Yeah, he got big pet damage too, right? So he got the burst. He got burst capability, but he also got that sustained pet damage, which is kind of nuts. We got to get you guys playing each other again. I think we're going to go to Ascension maybe versus Tagsy if they got a group. Potentially. Passably. I know you're ready. Or are you? Because when Yase walked out, I don't think she was ready. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to get you guys in there again, Jesus. Definitely want to give you guys another go. Yo, World of Warlocks, man. For real. What's up, Poltergasm? Was a quick set of duels? Yeah, that was. We got to go again, though. We got to go more. All of the Warlocks went last. People didn't get a chance. I know. I feel like Warlocks are becoming the new Convoke Feral. We're going to be like, hey, guys, can you please let Warlocks go last for cleanup? You guys are too strong. Normally it's your monks and your feral druids that are like, please, can you guys send your monks and ferals last? But now it's like, you just send your Warlocks last. How did we get here? How did we get here where Warlocks? Because Affliction Warlock didn't really get buffed either. For the, you know, for 9-2. Affliction Warlocks didn't really get buffed. What happened? I know that they got new tier sets and double Legos, but like nothing new happened. Was it just, were they always kind of good and just nobody really played them? Because I remember a lot of you guys like Tags, you playing Affliction, trying it out, coming back in it. Maybe it was really good in Arena, but in like 1v1s, nobody would play like a big drain build. And then just somebody towards the end of expansion. I guess it's not technically end of expansion yet, because we are going to have a season 4. But it's basically the last patch of, well, no, 9.2.5, I guess is going to be a pretty decent sized patch for the stuff that they're doing for it. So in a way, only one duel go back so we can see the other players play. Okay, so basically like it would be we send one person, they play, the next person play, the next person play, and then that would be an interesting format to try at some point. Jordan, how you doing, by the way? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day, my man. Did I save that one? I think I did. I'd be so sad if I didn't. So sad if I didn't. But we're gonna... Can we see his character? Write his name? Yeah, we probably could. So Twitch. I could probably find him, pull him up in a bit. Arkey over in Team 1. Gonna have to try to see if we can hold the 4. We only got a 4-man over in Team 1 though. Or Team 2? Team 1? Arkey is Team 2. Judy's part of Team 1. Now we got that out of the way. You also, I gotta find a better name. I keep calling this man Judy. And I keep thinking of like Judy from Cyberpunk. For some reason. Wall for Arkey is just gonna blast it out by the paladin as Judy's trying to give this man some justice. Judd? I guess I could call him Judd. I'm trying to give him like a better nickname. Well, like Judy rolls off the tongue. Judy. I like his sword, by the way. I like his whole mog. Oh, he doesn't look happy with me calling him Judy though. He doesn't look happy. He doesn't look pleased at all. But you bet this man will be pretty happy if he can get himself a big slammer jammer on the hands of Shaman as he's sending out the hounds. Actually, it's kind of perfect because this guy's got like a full Scarlet Crusade mod going on. So release of the hounds kind of fits here, doesn't it? But Jude, trying to see if he can go for a stun. Big blast. There's going to be full wings. Arkey could be in big trouble. Was that real wings there just now? I think it was a real wings. Trying to see if he can crack through the defenses. Shaman got plenty of healing. He's going to try to see if he can maybe get some kind of pressure damage with big lightning bolts out of Jude. Trying to see if he can go for a stun there. It's going to be shrink out of Jude just to make sure he can walk away. It's going to be quick interrupt on Holy, but the flash cap is going to give him a little bit of survivability. Is Arkey able to blast through the shield as soon as the 20% dip? Damage reduction from Fleshcraft is gone. He might be able to make something happen. Blasting into the shield. Jude only got his own health bar. Does have a bubble. Does have a bob. But if Arkey can maybe bank up a bunch of Maelstrom, go for a big Primordial, Ella Blast into Lightning Bolt, that could be a massive amount of damage. If only he could just bank up that much Maelstrom. He has to be focused on his own health as well. Jude taking a bit of damage. Got himself out for a night. Big Zap does go for the bubble. Doesn't get him low enough. Arkey is going to go for a bit of self-heal. Is it trying to flesh cut? No rebuke by the Paladin. Looks like Paladin trying to maybe interrupt Arkey. And Arkey does get the Paladin low. No! Unfortunate. Holy moly going to be up next. What kind of mog you got going on? You barely can see it. Oh, there we go. Flesh cut gone. We actually get to see it. We get a 5th. Oh, was it Ballas I was waiting for? There it is. Holy moly trying to... Oh. Wait, is that the Mage Tower Shoulder? That is Mage Tower Shoulder. It's going to be great to fade as the capacitor comes down. But Arkey dropping down the Tremor, expecting the fear out of Holy moly. There goes the full stun, PI and everything. If he can maybe, if she could maybe keep all the pressure onto Arkey, slow him down. Big Aegis. It's going to reduce a lot of the magic damage you take. But that pet is actually doing a lot of physical damage too. Not the mages, but rather the, I guess it disappeared, but what is it called? Shadow Fiend? Actually does a lot of physical damage. Still weird that it's a pet class. Holy moly taking a bit of damage as it gets zapped up by the lightning bolt, bitten up by the wolves. Holy moly dropping down. Shadow Crash a little, I think a little off to the side, a little further than wanted. Big Ella Blast into the Shadow Priest, does have a lot of survivability. Quick interrupt by Arkey, could go for a massive heal unless Arkey has another interrupt here. Looks like Holy moly is playing the normal Relentless Circuit, not playing the new Resolve Trinket. I wonder if that would help out a Shadow Priest, the new Resolve. Going to be a Resonant Trinket. Trying to keep Arkey slowed. Is going to be able to waddle out of there. That is a tight spot. There's not a lot of stuns really available for Holy moly to keep a person in place unless they maybe mind control him and release him last second as the Resonant Trinket does damn. Fleshcraft, as Arkey does not have an interrupt. This Holy moly catches up a little bit of health, but this Ghost was joining in. Trying to see if they can use the Fiery Bite to burn through his shield. Going to be touch of the VT. Get it set up by Holy moly. I want to go very touch. And then I start thinking Touch of the Magi. And I got the wrong spell altogether. Sunder by arkey, doesn't quite get him. Holy moly tried to slow down arkey, letting him get pelted by the mages to the dead. If holy moly can find a way to keep arkey out in the open, away from any of the pillars, just out in the middle of nowhere, slowing him down with flay as much as possible, hitting him with that psychic scream. No. Is it the stun? Disarm? Used to be called disarm. Used to be a disarm and a horror effect too. Gonna be a big blast by the shaman. Disperse for holy moly. As holy moly went in for damage too, so that's full void form and everything. So holy moly trying to make some damage happen. Looks like arkey's backing up a little bit. Is actually able to walk the shaman away from any of the line of sight. Gonna be a quick interrupt on shadow. Holy moly could be in trouble. Big PI, everything's available. Arkey actually focusing on pen for a second. Gonna be the Aegis joining in. Holy moly is kind of in trouble on health. Definitely needs to go for a self heal at some point. Is gonna catch up a little bit of healing. Full pets are out. Arkey not going behind the pillar just yet, but as soon as he starts to feel a bit of pressure, starts to waddle towards the quick interrupt on holy moly. Could be greater fade. Does get a fear. Gonna be a big heal. No interrupt for Arkey for a little bit. Maybe a flash craft available. Still out in the open. Still getting blasted up by all the pets. Actually kind of big value damage for the Shadow Prince right now. As Arkey get hit with the silence, no way to interrupt this, no way to self-heal right now. Does he have enough maelstrom though? He looks like he does. Dampening finally rolling in. Holy moly just trying to stay alive as best as possible. Goes to joining in, so it's not going to help the situation whatsoever. Ground charge could come out for Arkey. Definitely needs to get some kind of peel. Where's Arkey? Big alley blast. Good trick in it. It's going to be big for Holy, barely alive, but I think it may be over. And Arkey does end up slamming her down. Holy moly, again, worst matchup possible. I want to see Holy moly get another game that isn't against an enhanced shaman. I feel like every time she got to play, it was against an enhanced shaman. But it's going to be a bigger run coming out for Beggar, trying to see if he can get some biggie damage onto Arkey. Going to be mid tricking with the wall. As the Necrolord row continues to spike, Arkey is going to walk away from Resonant and Trinket. Quick disarm onto the shaman. It's just trying to see if he can continue fighting on through the damage of Beggar. There is a full vendetta. Cloak of Shadow so he doesn't get stunned. Could be going for evasion here. As soon as Cloak of Shadow is gone, if Arkey has banked up enough maelstrom, he could get big damage in. Trying to get interrupted on Hex. That's going to be a quick flash. Got Beggar, got evasion. So if anything, at least he's avoiding some of the physical damage from Arkey. And Arkey, as long as he has a flame shock on Beggar. No, it looks like this man is completely out of there. Got himself the conduit for a shield in order to be able to dive into stealth and walk away. But it was like, actually no flame shock, just gone. Did you cloak it? Did Arkey just forget to set it up, or just flame shock such a short duration dot? Gonna be a flesh craft up for the rogue as Arkey picks up the eye. And Arkey looking for the man. Beggar, does he get a sap? Because I don't think Arkey's in combat. I think he could land a sap. Trying to see if he can hit him with the thunder. Looks like Arkey is in combat. No saps come out whatsoever. And the rogue is trying to get another set of dots onto Arkey. Arkey is focusing on self-heal, trying to drop down the stun tone. The rogue waddles out of it. The rogue has no defenses anymore, by the way. Could be pretty bad. Kidney shot onto Arkey. The rogue doesn't really have offenses either. That is quite a bit of bleed and poison damage just so much to Arkey. Trying to reduce the amount of maelstrom this man generates, but the ghost has got him covered. Aegis is helping him with a lot of that nature damage and poison damage from the rogue, but the physical damage continues to hit as hard as they can. Blind onto Arkey. The ghosts are still on Beggar. Does go for Shadow Mode for a second. Ghost puppies peel off. Beggar does have a flame shock on him. Sap it to Arkey. I think he has him. Unless Arkey has himself like the biggest damage possible. Garrod is gonna stop that wall most likely. Unless Beggar goes for a stun. Garrod, Sunder. Wait, I think it gives him a break. Gives an opportunity to peel off. That's gonna be a Primordial Blast setup. Big Lightning Bolt onto the rogue. Cheat death right after. Flame Shock on him. Arkey does go for self heal. I don't think that's gonna be the Flame Shock is gonna be enough. So I think Beggar does get himself a clean escape actually. Except that Kevin Slime. If Kevin does a couple spits on the rogue, at least he'll stop him from resetting. Frost Shock. Beggar can maybe go for a kidney shot. Cloak of Shadow's back up. Just throw him into Arkey. Cloak of Shadow's now. That's a primordial. That's a pretty big tell. It's like, I'm about to zap you. I'm about to do a big zap. Cloak right now. Oh my god, this man is so ballsy. He's not cloaking. As a rogue, I would have cloaked a year ago. Oh my goodness. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I would have done. Immediately. Oh my god. The fact that he didn't cloak, the fact that he was like, you know what, I'm okay for a bit. I mean, at the end there, like, you know, you have no health. Even if you cloak, like, I think it's over. But when he primordial bolts you, I'm like, oh, immediately cloak. Unless maybe, like, Arkey had no maelstrom. And we can't really see the maelstrom from this angle. These matches are pretty intense. I'm glad you joined him, Arkey. Or Archie? I'm glad you joined him. Because this is Arkey. Archie's in chat. Looks like that's going to be a Sunder by Arkey. Trying to go for a stun onto Taxi, but that Resolve Trinket is going to make him less seeable. Gonna be full dots. Taxi with a full soul rot. Everything Taxi. You're just rotting down arkey. I think those dots might do work. It's gonna try to just see if he can blink on top of him, trying to go for neutral in case he needs to. Arkey trying to get himself as much heal as possible. There's just so much rotting him down. Got him some ghost wolves. The Ader's trinket to try to offset a lot of the damage. Wall is down for a while, but he's still just rotting. The dark glare around the corner trying to get some zaps into arkey. Quick interrupt on Taxi for a second. Does have himself a dark pack ready to go. Fear onto arkey. Is gonna have to waddle out of there little by little, but at least was able to deal with a lot of the dot damage, able to dispel agony whenever possible, as well as any of the slow curses. Gonna be a quick fear onto arkey as Taxi just continued to put in the pressure. Taxi went really aggressive here. Normally he just puts dots and let him rot from a distance, but there he went aggressive, knowing that arkey got a lot of self-healing, lots of ways to recover, and arkey miraculously survives that engagement, with Taxi trying to see if he can catch back up to him. More to call into arkey, hit him with a fear, no pre-charmer or nothing. But it looks like it's not going to last long at all. Arkey is still loaded up, taking a lot of damage. We are hitting a 10%, 10-minute dampener, boys. 31% damage, well, healing reduction, not damage reduction. Quick thunder on the Taxi. The resolve chicken is going to give him free casting. Ghosts are in, chicken for arkey. And you see, he's like, oh, yeah, at the end, there's nothing you can do. Once he got the resolve chicken proccing on a single thunder, it just, Taxi gets free cast. He just gets free casting. He just gets free, oh god, I'm literally in his head. He gets free casting. We were literally in that man's head for a second. Let's see. I'm trying to see what's in Sugiro's head. I know it's like a weird angle, but he was next to a wall. I thought maybe we could take a peep. More call again inside. Over at the warrior. As Taxi just continued to let the dots rot. That's going to be full snap contagion, full damage, rotting down Sugiro from his core as the warrior just using rage just to get close. Get interrupted on shadow. Quick reflect on that UA, which is good. Charge over Taxi, but that's going to activate the resolve trick. And does Sugiro have a leap? Unless you play Leaper, I think there's no way for you to reconnect back with Taxi whatsoever. Gonna be setting up a gateway. Sugiro trying to mount up. There's gonna be Taxi poking around. Quick curse of exhaustion. Man, that's slow. It's just so brutal. Curse of exhaustion, man. It's exhausting to play with. Remember when Warlocks at the start of the expansion went that corruption legendary, where corruption just had a 60% perma slow? Or, yeah, perma slow as long as there's a corruption on target. At least now Warlocks have to like spend a global putting a slow, right? Or is this just as bad? I actually don't know which one's worse. So you're trying to see if you can just fight through the damage, fighting through the pain, in rage generation, needs to get himself a heal. Dark Layer getting killed off by tags. So Shiro has no target to hit. He literally just killed the Dark Layer. So trying to go for a port, got himself a small shield, but the dots think are gonna do it. Aegis, reflect, Warlock also using everything he can. Wait for a second. For some reason, the pets attack and fake tags. He looks like Yase. Maybe send the pets a little early. I think he was expecting for Sugiro to be dead, but looks like he wasn't dead. Tags gonna hit with a stun. I don't think anyone meant to disrupt the 1v1. I think literally Yase saw that Sugiro had no health. But looks like he's still in. Hopefully they didn't mess the duel too much. Sugiro using the port on such a short cooldown with Draven to try to give himself as much survivability versus Tags. He's going to be the mortal coil. Looks like Tags has recovered. Looks like that stun didn't really interrupt his flow too badly. Quick drain Sugiro. Man, the fact that Sugiro survived that for a second was insane. Actually, with Yase going for the axe toss on Taxi, that might have interrupted Sugiro too, because that axe toss activates the resolve trinket, and then Taxi got some free casting, and Sugiro couldn't really do much. Couldn't hit him with a fear or anything. So that was unfortunate. Yase, I highly doubt he did it on purpose, but I think he actually might have tripped up Sugiro in a way, because then Taxi was just immune to CC after that axe toss. Which again, I don't think anyone tried to do that on purpose. But it's just like, it's interesting to think about how that went down, as unfortunate as it was. UA getting set up onto Yase as he got quite a bit of pets. So right getting set up. It's going to be quick. Interrupt. It's going to be Taxi able to get all the casts off. Decimated bolt into Taxi. Trying to go for fear onto Yase. Yase has a resolve trinket of his own. That's going to be stunned into Taxi. Wait, how is Taxi getting stunned up back to back like that? Wall for Taxi. It looks like maybe his resolve trinket stopped working, or Yase is using so many fears, he's just able to blast through the resolve and get through all the charges really quickly. Yase has a lot of bursts available. Taxi wants to go for full dots, full damage onto Yase. That is going to be a quick drain for Taxi at the very least, able to recover a little bit of health. As Taxi bowing out of there for a second. 13 minutes, 45 seconds of the duel, 53% dampener, so the healing is going to ridiculously reduce. For Yase, the healing is very, very much going to be affected for him and what he's trying to do. Taxi at least is drain, and that does a lot of healing. Yeah, it's gonna load it up with dots. Is that gonna be fake taxi? Empowering all the dots. That's gonna be hysteria. Everything. That's gonna be Darklet joining. That's gonna be full dots rod. As taxi gets interrupted with a Mortical sending right after. Krongs going for a big ambush onto taxi to save a Mortical to follow. Full stone onto taxi with a resonance. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to survive this. He might just be over. Is taxi dead? Back-to-back spikes for Krongs. DFA catches up to taxi through the wall. Mortical hits him immediately. It's gonna get a no trick and taxi going for the drain life. And Krongs are trying to see if he can grapple over. I think it's over. Yep. Taxi did as best as he could there at the end, man. He did what he could as best he could, but Krongs with a full resonator got him so low. That DFA was also kind of clutch. Didn't trinket that Mortical. He felt like he had it in the bag. Looks like Boss is going to be up next. Krongs did not even waste any time. He just rushed in Ballas. Trinkets out of that one. With the Cloak of Shadows, expecting big burst out of Ballas. Ballas does get a Decimated Bolt, but I don't know if he Decimated Bolted into a Cloak. If you Decimated Bolt into a Cloak of Shadows or any immunity, do you still get the empowerment mechanic of your Demon Bolts, Incinerates, and Shadow Bolts? Which I guess Affliction Warlocks wouldn't really use them, right? But do you still get empowerment, or am I wrong on that? Krongs with a Blade Flurry actually is blasting out the pets back behind the pillar. He's literally attacking the pets. Grapple around next to Ballas is going to go for the stun. The stun is going to be 20% more effective because of that resolve trinket. Just gonna go for the hit and run, got a stun into Boss, looking to maybe get behind the pillar, gonna be a stun into a fear onto Krongzim. As Boss is gonna be able to set up maybe some Shadow Bolts, trying to go for Drain Life, not a lot of dampening, or not a lot of healing is gonna be done with his dampening. Quick blind, but Krongzim waited out for resolve. That's gonna be an extra long blind onto Ballas, which will let Krongzim at least go for a reset. The pets are gonna try to deny the reset as best they can, especially since they got double Felguard chasing after him. Those things are actually gonna put in quite a bit of pressure. Could go for evasion on those things. Actually, not a bad idea. Actually, really not a bad idea on those to go for evasion there. Gonna be Boss with a Mortical, landing a fear onto Krongzim. No trick available for the Rogue. Tyrant is up and running. Boss trying to get a handle go down. It's gonna be a second stone to follow. Let's see maybe a big go. Trying to see if he can burst through Krongzim. Vanished by the Rogue. Could go for a flash guard around the corner. It's gonna be not a lot of damage to let him recover, but at least that vanished with no dots from the Warlock. Able to sit in stealth. Wait out for all those cooldowns. Wait out for the scary demons to disappear. Boss trying to be proactive, picking up the eye. It's going to be a quick stab. The Felguard is going to be able to interrupt Krongzim out of stealth. Krongzim building at least some calm points off the pet. Trying to go for a big go versus Ballas. Did he try to stun him? He might have. I'm not even sure. Gouge is going to be immune to CC. Gouge? Wait, Resonator, does it burn? No, Resonator does not get a burst damage at all. Boss does go for the port. Try to catch up to Krongzim. Might actually be able to take him out with a Vile Fiend and everything. Krongzim could be in big trouble actually right here. Decimate Bolt gets up for Boss. Does he have a big go? Clock Shot is up for the Rogue. Boss just needs to wait it out a little bit longer. Get a shot. Boss could be in big trouble right now. Unless he has stun for the Rogue or anything at all. Oh, it's really close. Oh, Krongzim does end up taking him out. Man, that was close. If only he had like a pet stun or something, anything, that would have been over. Actually, the boss would have had it. Fake Zags, he got 3. Krongzim got 2. And somebody else on Team Krongzim, I think it was Arkey, was actually just collecting names. What the hell? That was actually... was the City on Cloak. It is normally 2 minutes. Unless Krongzim is playing the Vanish build, where he can reduce it by 20 seconds when he vanishes. And whenever he lands an Interrupt, which isn't often because of Resolve Trinket, he also gets like 7 or 8 seconds off it every time he interrupts. So it is a little shorter than 2. But I don't know if he did play the Vanish Lego. Me and Ballas will allow us to make it fair. That was actually, yeah, it was a closer match too. That was a way closer match as well. Lenoa, you got a group? Hey friend. Hey Poppy, try to get a group together. Yo, Lenoa! Are you playing a Horde or playing Alliance, man? Yo, we got another group. Trying to get put up together by Lenoa if you guys want to join in, if you're looking to get into a 5-5 1v1 group. Are we Alliance? Are we Horde? How can I advertise you, fam? I want to get you advertised out here. I want to take like a minute, maybe wait for Lenoa to put a group together. I'd love to get Lenoa in on these. Because we've been seeing Tags, Sentry, Jesus. We've been seeing the regular boys in here. But if Lenoa's trying to make another group, yo, I want to see them too. Sentry got a +1. I think Lenoa is Alliance. If you guys want to join in, Lenoa is making an Alliance group. You guys are more than welcome to join in. Look them up on LG. Player versus player, pre-made group, custom PvP tab, find group. It's up number 5 at the top. Enter. And you're good to go. What is that? Oily. Amori. Your Horde. Wait, I'm trying to join, oh. Omega. You guys are more welcome to join in. There it is. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome. It's apparently Horde. I thought it was Alliance for a second. You guys are more than welcome to. Any Hordes looking for a group? We got one open. Want to give him a second. Ooh, Amori, why are you looking for Oily? What are you doing over there? What kind of your storm scale? I was gonna say, what kind of Argent RP are you getting into? What the? Let's see some SP. Yo, I'd love to see. Actually, who's SP? Is it Tagsy? Tagsy, I think, got Holy Moly, right? Yeah, Holy Moly needs another go too as well. So I think that group is gonna take a second. Let's do real quick Tagsy versus Jesus, and we'll try to get Lenovo's group in here as soon as we can. Yeah. We'll go Jesus versus Tagsy. Hopefully Holy Moly will get something that isn't enhanced with Shaman. They could actually like have a bit of a match, because I miss watching Holy Moly play. But so far they've literally queued against Arkey every single time. Which is kind of lame, honestly. Oh, Blood Knight set on PTR? With a new spear? Or Veil Touch Ranasur. Yo, that looks awesome. Blood Knight set. Is Blood Knight set only for play classes? Or is that for all? It's a plate transmog used by Blood Knight. Wait, is it like Blood of Paladins? Oh, Blood of Paladins only receive it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, why didn't everybody else get it? What if everybody else could look like a Blood Knight? I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, that'll be. I kind of want to check it out on PTR when I get a chance. Hell yeah, boys! EU service, yes, it is Clean Fire. You want to welcome to him. Most anything but remove the glad mount when they do. They should remove achievement as well. Wait, did they remove your glad mount to El Capitano? By the way, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Poppy? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. You want to join? Do you have sub? You want to join in Capitano? You're more than welcome to him. We got a Horde team joining with Lenovo Omega. You're more than welcome to join them. More welcome to join them. Alrighty, boys. I gotta get a different song. Start this duel. Which? What song we're starting with? Oh, that's a good one. I can work with that. Vassal gonna be first up versus Ballas. We got these two goobers trying to go for the cheesy one-shot burst with one another, both using Resonant Trinkets, except Vassal using the on-use Resonant or Resolve Trinket. Boss using the passive one, but both are trying to burst each other. Boss actually mentioned CC. Vassal get him with a Mortal Coil. Looks like Boss is the one trying to set up some bursts, trying to go for a Decimated Bolt versus Vassal. Vassal with the Aegis trying to see if he can back up out of there for a second. And Boss wants to get in there and make some damage happen. Vassal just bailing out of there. He's going to go for the port. Big gateway literally left into another zip code. Just trying to get out of there completely. On team 2, we got ourselves Acer chilling in the back. We got ourselves Jesus. We also got ourselves Joel as well as Prov and oh! Darker and Dwarf Prov, with Vassal taking a bit of damage, getting into the boss, but does get the Axos in between from the Felgar pet. It looks like it's going to be a bit of blasted to Vassal, but it does leave a lot of that one-shot potential out of Vassal. Unless he got one-shotted earlier, and you just missed it for a second. Vassal summoned up a turn of his own. Boss is going to bail out of there completely. On team Boss, we got some fake tags in the background. We got a Holy Moly here, as well as Judy, as well as Beck. Oh, that's my favorite mog of yours. I like that one a lot. Like the belt and the hat and the shirt, the whole thing, dude. The whole getup. I'm a huge fan of that one. Gonna be a big drain by Ballas on the Felgar. Looks like Vassal is gonna back up out of this somebody's zone. He's gonna go for a couple of shadow bullets and him to go dance in the back as well. Try to build up for his own big damage. I think Ballas it's his turn to go for burst. Gonna be stun for stun, and Ballas will at least have a resolve trigger to give him some CC immunity. Vassal out in the open, Mortal Coil hitting him with a fear to follow. He might not be able to do much. That's gonna be big decibel set up. Does Ballas himself the biggest burst possible? Vassal could be big trouble. Fortune, but he's still out in the open. Trying to see if he can bail out of there. Boss is gonna send in at least one bolt in there. Second bolt looks like it's not the biggest damage, but he's trying to make some bolts happen. Interrupted the Vassal into a Tyrant. Shadow Fear around the corner to see if maybe have a port on top. He does have a port. There's going to be Dark back up for Vassal. Quick stun into Balls trying to disrupt him. Still has one more Decimated Bolt ready to go. Vassal finds himself at extremely low health. There's going to be more pets getting up for Balls. Does get disrupted. Trying to go for, oh, I think the pet actually got him. Vassal goes down, trying to avoid the one shot for Balls, but the pets themselves with the Tyrant, with the Felguard, with the Vile Fiend, all those pets actually do quite a lot of damage. Oh, Provenzano? Okay, Provenzano as a sub-rogue. Trying to see if he can go for the big current burst with Ballas. It's going to be another Decimated Bolt setup. Big deal bolt to follow Provenzano. Getting kind of low on health. Just go for a Vanish. You can't really go for a Shadow Mold or anything. Might not go for proper re-stealth. No Vanish. That's going to be Ballas kind of charging into the room, but he can't really AoE him out. Although back in Legion, Warlocks did have, Demonology Warlocks did have that one ability. It was like a Demon Wrath, where your pets would radiate the shadow damage. Then you can kind of just like Demon Wrath your main Felguard pet and then kind of maneuver him around the room to kind of find rogues. Or you just mount up and you would charge in with the pets, jump forward, Demon Wrath, and maybe the AoE will find somebody that's nearby you. That was pretty cool. Look, shout outs for Provenzano, trying to see if he can reduce as much damage as he can. Evasion as well, so he popped all the defensives, just trying to live through the Felguard damage burst versus Ballas as he got himself a dark pack rolling. Provenzano looking for a bit of a reset. Getting a couple stabs into Ballas, getting a shot to follow. Kyrian Burst coming out. Let's see if the big Kyrian Burst maybe with advantage. Maybe that's what he saved it. Stun onto Provenzano. No trinket for him. Ballas, does he have any kind of damage setup? Mortal versus the Rogue. Fear. That's going to be a Violent join in. Does he get himself maybe a big setup? Tyrant to follow. Hand to go down. Second hand to go down. Does he maybe have a big burst? Vanished by the Rogue. Looking for that quick escape. It makes me wonder, what kind of a second legend is this Rogue running? Because we know he's Kyrian. He got the Kyrian Lego on him. But what kind of a second Lego is he running? I've been seeing rogues running the 100% crit Lego. And with the Kyrian Burst, if you just vanish with a big one-shot, it's massive. But I just don't know what he's running for. Going to be immediate stun onto Pro. As he's trying to get himself an opener. Ballas has just got so much counter pressure on him. All those pets loaded up, amped up by the Tyrant, at least amped up in duration by the Tyrant, able to jump on the Rogue immediately. Provenzano going for the Kyrian setup onto the pet. But he mostly wants to go for the damage onto Ballas, able to survive these demons for a while as we're about to hit that 5-minute mark. Ballas is going to go for a bit of a flesh scout. The pet's actually doing a lot of work to the Rogue. Wait, actually just might die behind the pillar unless Provenzano makes a play right now. He actually is just dead. Got himself a sit pickup. Is it the Kyrian Pelago sit pickup? It is. Does give himself a little bit of survivability, but that stun, he's barely alive. He's on his last leg. Oh no. That's going to be a big board for Ballas, trying to see if he can stay on top of Provenzano as best as possible. What the? Is Dark... Wait, Taxi's accidentally summoned Darkglade, and Darkglade's actually chasing after Provenzano. Does it do damage? Wait, does Darkglade do damage? I know that Darkglade does damage based on the dots that you have, but I don't think Taxi has any dots. That was weird. Rogue's getting PvE'd? Literally! This is almost like he's running into like a Legion raid and is literally just getting PvE by mobs, trying to drop down a Resonator. This boss is going to get hit by it. Does it even do anything? Does the trinket... I know that you can still place the animation, but does that actually do damage when the person dies with it? But let's go to Ballas taking him out with the army of the demons. Did 3k damage? Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, I was still confused for a second. Ballas trying to set up big burst versus Acer. Acer barely getting a chance to play. Okay. Acer, like, the Rogue got PvE'd, but that was, what would you call that? If the Rogue got PvE'd, what just happened there? Gonna be Joel walking into this army of the demons. At least he can maybe deal with demons a little better, being a paladin. Gonna be a Decimate Bolt gonna set up. Ballas is going in bursting from one guy to the next. Gonna be the big Guardian defensive as Jolcian gets super low. Ballas has big demon bolts to follow. Does he get a port, maybe interrupt? If he gets an interrupt on Holy, Joel's could be in big trouble. Trying to go for a bit of Holy power generation. Doesn't stun the demons or anything as Ballas sends out even more pets around the corner. Thanks for playing, Acer. Man, what happened there? Big old bite towards Jolcian. Ballas losing out on the burst from the demon bolts. That's going to be a big resonant trinket onto Ballas. That could be in trouble. Wall and Dark Pack getting used immediately. Joel does go for a trinket as he gets hit with a stun. Joel is still kind of low on health. He could still get bursted down as Ballas continuing to just make as many pets as possible. Bubble out of the paladin. Ballas in a situation where he might be able to capitalize on and get himself a big old finisher go. Actually, doesn't even need a big burst. He just needs to get some sort of damage set up versus Jolcian. Jolcian got wings, trying to see if he can make some damage happen. Stun by Ballas. Decimated Bolt might just do enough damage by itself. That's going to be the Guardian trinket. Stun to Ballas. Does he die right here? There's no way, right? Jolcian getting hit with a stun. Ballas just did one more instant cast. Does get that one global, but he also got himself big executes toward Jesus. If he can send out Demon Doggos for a Dread Bite on Jesus, he can still do a lot of damage here. Fear onto Jesus could go for Lichborn if he wanted to. Does Lichborn out of it. Ballas got the Demon Doggos in, trying to go for Vilephin, gonna get interrupted. Fleshcap as he's getting interrupted on fire. That's actually pretty good for him. Ports away from Jesus. Fleshcap was able to deal with a lot of that grippy hand dam. And Ballas, he still has himself Decimated Bolt, but that pad, the A-bomb, all that damage might be too much for him. I think it's over. I mean, somebody had to stab down the rain of just damage from the Warlock, am I right? My goodness. Those demons, I mean, he went for like a big one-shotter build, but those demons by themselves also do a lot of damage. Not gonna lie. Jesus going in for a most amount of defense as he's Judy Cadam popping off massive wings. That's going to be the dome dropping down with the anti-magic shell, as well as the Aegis Shrinking flesh cut up for Judy Cam. But he's going to get interrupted by Jesus. Not giving him that much of a shield. Continuously just keeps a perma slow into Judy Cam. He just literally can't go anywhere unless he got a hand of freedom, which at least lets Jesus kind of back up out of there. Maybe catch some cooldowns back. Letting the ghoul stay over there. The ghoul can slowly but surely claw away at Judy Cam's shield. The shield of vengeance. And Jesus now can push in. He got no AMS for a while. Pet getting feared. That's going to be pretty bad for him. Jesus could go for IBF if he wanted to. He's kind of just waiting to see just how much damage comes out of Judy Cam. Able to go for the swarm, potentially send up so big damage. Does he have himself maybe the A-bomb joins in? The pet gets empowered. Getting hit with a stun with a Wake of Ashes though. Army Leader joins in. AMS up for Jesus. Could maybe go for a grip on a Judy Cam. Does get him hit with a stun by the pet. Potentially grip around the corner. No, not going to happen. The pets are still on him. The Army of the Dead is still clawing at him. Judy Cam does himself R49. That's going to be the big A-bomb joining in. Bubble out right now. Hard Drive Jesus could potentially go for IBF. Trying to see if he can just walk away from Judy Cam. Judy Cam does go in for as much self healing as possible. Did all your pets just blow up? Or did it just blow up your main pet? I think he blew up the main ghoul just to get himself a little bit of healing. Like, look at all his pets went exploding. And that used to be an Azerite trade back in BFA. I was going to say it for a second. Looks like the big A-bomb Stitches man was waddling away from Judy Cam for a second, but then he was like, oh wait, I attacked that guy. Okay, I'm coming back. Gonna be that big grippy hand. Judy Cam might be in big trouble. Gripped him back twice, back to back by Jesus, but looks he's able to escape with that hand of freedom. Has himself eye for an eye, come back very soon. 30 seconds on Shield of Vengeance. Wings coming up very soon. Good pop wings just to give him some more healing. That transformed pet is gonna do a ton of damage, stun on the death knight, but that pet is gonna be able to maul you down all by itself. That bed should be avoided if you can't help it. Holy moly, getting charged on by that pet is going to try to build up a little bit of resources. Getting yoinked in by the Death Knight is going to be summoning pets of their own. Mages of the Dead. If only they could mind control and like control undead, the Mages of the Dead as the Death Knight. How cool would that be? Because it is literally a Necrolord Mage spawning in. It looks like that Necrolord Mage was attacking the pet. Wait, did Jesus have his pet just get eliminated? I think holy moly just focused down on that ghoul. That or he sacrificed it, it was getting kind of low. But I don't think he did. Oh, there's a ghoul again. I swear to God, I thought you killed the ghoul. Or holy moly killed the ghoul. Army of the Dead joining in. Jesus gonna hit with a fear. Lich Burn is available if he wants to use it. Yoink it, holy moly, back over to him. Those pets are gonna start clawing at you with an interrupt ready. Holy moly, he's just under so much pressure. Can't really do too much in order to give himself a bit of a heal. Gonna be a quick greater fate for a second. Trying to land a heal. Gonna get interrupted. Can maybe live long enough. Could go for disperse in case they're really in trouble. Might just want to go for disperse at this point. That's a lot of damage. And he needs to catch up on healing, or she needs to catch up on healing and dampen the damage at the same time. Trying to go for Shackle and Dead, which is actually so good. It just stops the pet and plays stuns him permanently. That's going to be interrupted by Jesus. Still, holy moly can go for a little bit of healing. Trying to maintain the power word shield as best as possible. Gonna be that Mages of the Dead joining in. Trying to get some BTs up on Jesus. Looks like it's not going to happen. And holy moly, getting yoinked back out in the open stun. Needs to go for a self-heal spot as soon as possible. That's going to get interrupted by death. Though Flesh Count might be enough to help him stay alive here. No way for Jesus to interrupt it. Getting the swarm up and running. So he's getting himself some more damage rolling in. It's going to be Army of the Dead joining in. Holy moly, better have a greater fade. Definitely use a greater fade, as it was an IBF out of Jesus. Has himself the Apocalypse ready to go anytime soon, though. Holy moly, I think is in trouble. Got himself a fear into Jesus. It's going to be the pet clawing at him. Needs to go for as much self-healing as possible. Trying to mind play the pet, but that pet just getting the power, taking him down. Down to Tagsy next, and also Beggar. I feel like Tags, maybe we should have said Beggar next. Actually, I think either one of these guys could probably take Jesus down. This Death Knight is spent unless Jesus just out of nowhere just collapses the full Army of the Dead onto Tags with full pets. Maybe he'll have some potential here, but it's definitely going to be a rougher match. 45% dampener, sacrificing the ghoul for whatever life it had, and it's going to summon a whole new A-bomb next to Tags. It definitely needs to hit him with a slow next time. AMS is up, and Jesus trying to see if he can reposition. Or maybe run out of Tagsy, trying not to get dotted in the first place. Tagsy with a soul shape, trying to keep himself moving. Does have the gateway in case they want to use it. Going to be human racial to break out of the stun. Going to be Uwe getting set up. Could potentially go for the full dots onto Jesus. I see it does burn the Aegis. Trying to reduce as much shadow damage as he can. Looks like actually Tagsy's taking a bit of damage from all those pets. Tagsy load up those pets. The whole Army of the Dead is actually running after him. Taxi could be in trouble. Soul Rot, and he's going to be able to drain life off of the ghoul, as well as whatever other pets that were there. Empowerment of the Dark Transformation, going to be Taxi trying to rampage all the dots, make him a bit more rampant. Fear onto Jesus. He's going to go for Lichborn, try to heal himself as much as he can. Death Bag just to give himself a little bit more health to work with, but the dots are going to be ticking down on him. Taxi out in the open, getting the barrage with those strikes by the pet, just getting clawed down while it's empowered. But Jesus definitely needs to go for another Army of the Dead, full pet empowerment, and the full A-bomb limb, everything. It looks like Taxi actually taking down the ghoul, and Jesus summoned a new one. I don't think he sacrificed the ghoul. I think he just died. So for Taxi, that ghoul, I mean, it provides you healing. So maybe for Jesus, it's not a bad idea to just pull it back or just remove it from the field, not to give Taxi a way to recover. Because like he just ends up healing completely. He's actually just back up to full. 53% dampening, and that drain just continues to do so much. It's actually so good. Chain of Ice onto Taxi. I think you just wait until he has every cooldown available. He got that A-bomb coming back up very, very soon. IBF very soon. Dark Pact in roughly like a little over 2 minutes. Gonna be that AMS before Taxi gets any kind of dots on him. Gonna be that A-bomb limb joining in. Taxi trying to avoid the A-bomb as best as he can. Mortal Coil does get interrupted to Taxi. He's still gonna rampage all those dots. Grip by Jesus, trying to get the Army of the Dead on to Taxi. Needs to get a slow on Taxi as soon as possible. The pets are all chasing out of Taxi. Needs to kite Taxi into the pets. Gonna be Soul Rod trying to big heal by Taxi on all those pets. Just deleted out the undeads. He literally just deleted the A-bomb, drained it for all its life as well as the pets. With that Soul Rod. Soul Rod gives you opportunity to drain from multiple targets, and when you play the talent of Inevitable Demise, Agony slowly creep up the power of your drain so that it does so much more damage. And when it splits damage with Soul Rod, it doesn't get reduced, it just will do that same damage to 4 targets or up to 4 targets. So Soul Rodding those pets for that big drain was actually a big defensive value. Taxi with full dodge, Jesus getting loaded up and Taxi taking him out. Man, that was a massive drain. You literally used the pets that Jesus summons against him. Boss with 4 kills, Jesus snagging in 3. Beggar never got to play. Let's see if we can get another one going, boys. 100% counter? Yeah, it is a really hard counter. Holy, I feel so bad for you because you played Arkey and you played a Death Knight. Out of all the people, man, out of all the groups, we got to give you a chance to play again. We got to give Holy Moly a chance to play again. We got Lenoa ready to go. Let's go, boys. Horde group ready. Let's go and get, I think, Taxi versus Lenoa. Or do Taxi get to play twice in a row? I want to let Holy Moly play. That's why I'm trying to get him in there. But Sentry's also ready. Pending that 6 all boys. 60 duels over for the season 3 of patch 9.2, man. We're gonna hit that 300 easy. I'm in love with these duels, by the way, boys. I'm having a lot of fun, man. Hope you guys are having fun too. This is a bad versus Shaman than a Death Knight. I know. Just Sentry Lenoa, then us versus Lenoa. Okay, I can do that. We'll do Sentry versus Lenoa. Lenoa, you down to play twice in a row? I gotta also get GS versus Lenoa at that point. Maybe 3 times in a row. Let's go Lenoa versus Sentry, and then we can get Taxi. I'm down for that. I definitely want to let Holy Moly go at some point, man. Holy Moly got to get a proper game. Like, well, dude, for versus life, it is definitely more like, yeah, I feel you, feeling that. Man, EU duels always rocking and totally not base or anything. Yeah, Poltergasm, they're good, man. These boys know how to play. Oh my god, your name is Addicted Andy. I like it. We got Omega, we got Cinta, and Shazak. I like that name. Miscode Hunt. I like Miscode Hunt. I like that one. I like to play on word in that one. Misconduct. I'm gonna call it Misconduct. Misconduct. Actually, know what it's gonna be? I'm gonna be like, okay, misconduct. And then I'm gonna read the name as it says. Miscode Hunt. I'm definitely gonna get that wrong once we get the recording going. Yo, I gotta get another song in here, boys. Yo, what do we listen to? What are we playing? What are we piping through our ears? Switch. I kind of want to go another different song. Not that one. Not that one. It's a good one, though. Not that one. Not that one. I was feeling it for a second. Yeah, I like this one. This one will work. I like how it goes hard. Shazak gonna be first up. Oh, looking like a wild man over here. You got a mohawk, fiery crown, just running out, no shirt. Got shoes. I was gonna say no shirt, no shoes. All service. Yeah, I said gonna be up next. Versus Shazak, dropping down the as enhancement, he's dropping down the What is it? The Zappa totem? What is it? The counter-strike totem? Shazak, take a lot. Oh no! I was just trying to figure out your totem. And the man melted. Oh no! What's up, Image? Did you see that? I was just trying to figure out what totem that was. Chat, what totem is it? Is it counter-strike totem? I guess it doesn't really matter. It didn't really matter. Terror Guard wins. Gonna be a big old what is it called? Chimeric poison out of this conduct. Has he been survival? Oh my god, what a mog too. It's like a birthday boy. I like it. I actually like it a lot. What are those boots? They're so blue. It's looking all red too. With a coordinated assault, it's trying to be coordinated. If it's coordinated like his mog, then it's gonna be glorious. Gonna be a quick trinket out of Yasa. Trinket out of misconduct. Actually, Yasa wouldn't even be able to, as Yasa is sending out back-to-back fears onto misconduct, trying to keep the CC rolling as best as possible. As he just needs to wait until his cooldowns are back up. Not trying for a while. I think it's gonna be a little bit until he has himself the full decimating bolt. Looks like he actually has a caught his stone into misconduct. Does he have the big burst? Trying to see if he can make a play. That's gonna be actually a lot of the damage offset to the pet. I believe that was a pet sack, and Yasa might be able to take down the pet here. As I think he feared out the Rapture. Gonna be a big blast damage coming out onto misconduct. He does get himself a pretty big shield. I think it's a flesh craft, even though we can't see it. I believe he does have a flesh craft enabled and crafted. Yasa tried to go for flesh craft of his own. Conduct doesn't have a lot of health really. Trying to see if he can back away from all the pets. That Wrathguard is gonna do a bit of damage once it gets to you. Trying to go for a feign death with a camo. No dots played by Yasa. Demonology Warlock don't really have any name dots. But the imp, the imp knows where you are. The imp knows where you are. He knows where you is. He knows where you is. Literally, he's on top of you. If Yasa was careful, watching that the imp is like, what is this imp doing? He's behaving weirdly. You would know where the hunter's at. You could probably hit him with a stun. Gonna be a Tyrant joining Mortical into misconduct with a Decimated Bolt. Does he have a feign death? Sun to follow. I think it might be over. Let's go for a turn to show. Yasa has himself at least one or two more Globus to go. Misconduct trying to see if you can freeze and trap him. Misses it. I think it might be over though. I think it might be the end unless Yasa doesn't get the insta. Barely any health in misconduct. Trying to go for a feign death. Flesh Cup. The pets are still on him. Are going to be able to blast through that shield as fast as possible. Does Yasa have any more Decimated Bolts left? Sending out my Demon Doggos. I think it's over just with the pets. I don't know, maybe he had himself a Decimated Bolt there at some point. Addicted Andy gonna be up next. Double tap, ready to go. Trying to go for double tap, aim shot, rapid fire into Yasa. Gonna be a quick stun by that pet with hand to go down, coming down as Yasa does pop a wall for this one. Gotta go for the port to reposition. Addicted Andy dropping down the binding totem, binding shot. I believe it bound Yasa. Did it? Is it standing still? I think it did. I think it did. I saw there's a little bit of like waves around his legs. And I was wondering if it's slow or that's part of the binding shot effect. It's Addicted, trying to see if he can reposition. I had a really bad spike there, boys. So sorry about that. Bad FPS spike out of nowhere. Yasa dropping down a freeze on one of the Demon Doggers. Still continue to kite away from the pet, away from Yasa. Continue to rapid fire on him. Yasa porting right on top of him, trying to go for a fear quick scatter shot onto Yasa. It's going to be a big explosive onto Yasa as well. Going to be a stun onto Addicted Andy as he goes, I think, for a feign death for a second. Going to be a Decimated Bolt. I don't know if Yasa has himself a big setup. Fleshcraft up while he's immune to interrupts. Going to be double tap ready to go for Addicted Andy. Demon Dog is charging in. Decimated Bolt burning through a lot of his health. Triple Decimated Bolt is over as Yasa took a bit of damage, but he kept cool and collected. Didn't want to let these boys get the upper hand on him at all. Pali Sinta is going to be up next. Is Pala Sinta? I don't even know what to say your name fully. But it's got the Lumberjack mod going on. I like it a lot. Trinket, as he's got himself in a not a great position versus Yasa. He's going to try to see if he can waddle over. Being a Paladin, you're just so pervious to slows. It's just crazy. Lots of control and powers as long as you have a class with a slow. Drain life off of the Pala as Yasa trying to set up some big damage onto the pink class. Decimated Bolt getting set up. Potentially big damage. There's going to be a bubble. Yasa already banked up quite a bit of that burst. He just needs to wait until the bubble is over and then he might be able to make himself a massive big damage play versus Pala. He just needs to get himself a good setup. We're just heading to the 5-minute mark. Dampening only now rolling in. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yasa trying to see if he can maybe give himself a better angle. Pala might have to go for Shield of Vengeance here. That's going to be a big burst potentially. It's getting a stun on the Wrathguard pet. There's going to be the hammers coming down. I think it's going to give him a little bit of resources. Fear by Yasa. Shadow bolts to follow. Is he just bolting to maybe get a big one shot, or is he just trying to build up from the pets? I think he's trying to go for a big Tyrant play. Demon Doggos, Pets, Bob, Apala, Tyrant joining in, Mordecall, nothing he can do about it. I think it's over. Yasha tried to set up a Decim and he balled off of him to use that execute, but he couldn't quite do it. Omega is going to be up next. And last one for the team, one. Trying to see if they might be able to get an upper hand versus Yasha. The Warlock did just summon a full bunch of really scary pets, so better just wait him out. Yasha does have himself a gateway way up on top of the ramp, stairs, on the top pillar on his team. I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest. Gonna be opened by Omega. Potentially could be an axe toss by the pet. Could be a full dots getting set up by Omega. Is he a Necrolord gamer? I'm not seeing a flush grab. So potentially could be a Night Fae or a Kyrian. It is a Night Fae. That solves any questions that we had. I do wonder if Omega is playing like a damage-oriented legendary, like the dot one with a rip, rake, moonfire doing more damage, or symmetry for burst bites, or potentially like a very defensive legendary, which I've seen a couple of druids play. Whenever I think it's called, I want to say it's Omen, but I don't think it's called Omen Legendary. But it's close to it. It's whenever they pop in a bear form and they hit Barskin. Barskin has a bigger defensive, 10% more damage reduction. And in bear form, when it gets popped in bear form and it gets removed in bear form, you got a Friends in Region. I think I might have seen a cheeky Friends in Region just now. I think it's second Friends in Region to follow. And I think as his Barskin is going to fall off. Did Barskin already fall off? But did you remove Barskin? I thought I saw you Barskin for a second. Unless there was no bark. Is that a play? Can you like remove Barskin just to give yourself a heal? Is that a thing? Omega is just trying to build up a little bit of combo points onto that pet from behind the pillar. Maybe get some bleeds rolling that thing. Try to keep himself afloat with a couple of regrowths. Yasha getting in a couple of instances. Gonna be that maimed by the feral druid. Yasha just gonna let it happen. Let him just get bled up for a little bit. Fear onto the feral, no way for him to break out of it. Dropping down all the big obelisk for faster cats. Gonna get a second pet up and running with the Tyrant. The second star comes out. Maybe a Mordecall. Does get the Mordecall. There was a quick roar by all the pets. Gonna be a big decimal up as Yasha chasing after Omega. Does himself the big one shot. Trying to stay a mile ahead of Omega. He can't go one way because of the Tyrant. He can't go the other because there's the Yasha. Gonna be the Barks on Omega with a wall. He's always defensive just to outlive the damage. But the decimating bolts that continue to blast through. Convoke trying to give himself a little bit of damage. But I think with all these pets, any one of his pets could heal a lot of the damage from Convoke, and Yasha just looking to blast him out of the end. Oh my goodness, Yasha, was that a 1v5? Again? Oh, last time it was 1v4. Yasha with a 1v5, just didn't let his team play at all. Clutch roar, yeah, it was perfect. But then Yasha ran in front of the Pharaoh, so it's like, well, if I go this way, I got this Warlock with a Decimal Bolt. Look in the other direction. There's a Tyrant ready for you. It's like you actually just like got him in between rock and a hard place. That was actually really cool. That was actually big brain by Yasha just charging out. We're up again? Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. We can get tags versus you. And then maybe Jesus right afterwards. Yeah. Спокойной ночи, Архи. Большое спасибо, что пришел на стрим. Большое спасибо, друг. Понравилось дуэли. Надеюсь, увидим тебя, мой друг, в следующей неделе. Или, если мы будем PTR на этой неделе, может, тебя увидим на PTR. Same Arkey, maybe we'll see you next week, or maybe we'll see you on PTR. Because they did add the new arena on PTR, boys. And apparently there's some new PvP challenge changes on PTR. I don't know if I want to do PTR tomorrow. I think we're going to plan it for next week, potentially. I think that could be fun. Let's get tags if we're still in Nova. Because I want to see... Holy Moly get a chance to play a proper game. Hook Point. I like Hook Point. Am I the only one who actually really likes Hook Point? Above no more? Yowzer. Kinda, sorta, but not really. They give an Affliction Warlock a different PvP talent that gives you like that, you know, Corruption can give a proc to Shadow Bolt. They're basically making that into PvP talent, so you can get that talent for free. And they're giving them, like, they're basically removing them the need for them to have Demon Armor. So Demon Armor gives them like stamina, but 10%, or like I think 20% more or something, and it gives you more armor, so you tankier. So they're basically just increasing their stamina baseline, but they're giving they're removing the PvP talent altogether. So we'll see. So do you want to see him? He's on the team. He's Ballas. He's in. He's playing. What's up, Chicago? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. 60, 61. I'll probably make a video covering the updates tonight, boys, unless there's going to be more this evening. I think that'd be really cool for me to go and check out. I think it might be worth a video. Because I had another project that I was working on. It was kind of a big project, but I think covering 9 to 5 could be more fun. So, King, how you doing, my man? How you doing, my guy? Welcome back to Twitch. Hello, everybody. Hey. Pala gonna be first up over for the team one with a beggar. One of my favorite mog. Looking to approach the paladin. Looks like he trinketed his... Chad, did this guy just trinket a sap? No. Tell me it's a misplay. Tell me he accidentally did that. Tell me he didn't do it on purpose, right? Trying to see if he can drop down some damage to the beggar. Beggar not responding at all. Quick blind into Pala. Okay, this man isn't bopping or bubbling, so I think that was a misplay. This man, if it was like not a misplay, if that was like he meant to do it, he would have bopped or bubbled. But I don't think that's what's going on. I think he literally did not mean to press trinket. I think it's one of his macros kind of broken. We got Shazak over on the team one. We got some Mega in the back as well, somewhere in there. We got Addicted Andy, Mega, Misconduct somewhere in there. They're all just piled in. Blessing of Protection as the road goes for a little bit of a light open onto Pala, and it is going to go for a bit of reset. Forbearance is going to be up until the Paladin could potentially be the play for Beggar to just unleash the full burst. Sap and out Pala is sitting in a consecration. It is going to be DR'd. It looks like Beggar just getting cooldowns out of this man just by lightly showing his face. Just peeping his face around the corner. Paladin getting actually blasted out with a bit of damage. Going to be wings dropping in for the Paladin, but it's going to be getting shot. Is that for Bear still up? Bubble is up as Paladin does get to escape, and Beggar doing quite a bit of damage, breaking through the Paladin's defensives. And it's going to be King with a down of a man. Yo, can we get a hashtag King for that beautiful 20-buck down of a man? That's a lot of moolah. By the way, 9-2, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I don't know about you boys, but I've been having a lot of fun with 9-2. I think this patch has been pretty enjoyable so far. I'm excited what 9-5 brings, what Season 4 may bring. Kind of interested, man. Let's look at the April announcement too, but I've been enjoying 9-2 so far. Quite a lot. Gonna be back-to-back spikes on the Pala without any defense. I think it's over. I think Beggar was trying to see if he might be able to get everything out of the Paladin bit by bit without having to burn a trinket. Omega going for the big opener onto Beggar, trying to see if he can get full damage. Big bleeds are up. Beggar taking a bit of damage. Big bite to follow. Actually kind of dropping down pretty quickly. Vanish cloak, but I think it's over. I think it just bleeds it. Oh no, Omega just blasted him out with everything. Was Omega a tier set gamer? Was that a tier set berserk? Or not? Omega also playing the convoke trinket, where he might be able to convoke by being uninterruptible. All the most is going to take all the damage, does get a greater fate in between. Trying to go for a bit of Shadow Mance that is able to recover. Omega is immune to CC for like 2 charges of crowd control or interrupt for a little bit of time whenever he uses his resolve trinket. I don't remember which resolve trinket is which, but one is a fastidious resolve and the other is like some other resolve. I don't remember which one it is. You know? Gonna be Omega trying to go for a bit of a bleed versus Holy Moly. Big bite to follow as Holy trying to get some pets in there. Shadow Men should be able to keep him alive though. Omega is gonna get hit with the Unholy Transfusion dot. I literally forgot the name of it. I know that Unholy, what is it, Necrolord, Holy or Priest in general, summon and mages. I would say that should have been their Covenant ability. You just summon a Necrolord mage at that point. Then maybe puts that Unholy Transfusion dot. But it's like the other way around, you get the Lego for it. But it's like so synonymous at this point. Bash it to Holy Moly. Taking a bit of damage from the kitty. Gonna be a full stun. Omega does not have a way to break it. Playing the trick away, he got CC immunity, but doesn't have any ways to break out of CC, I don't believe. Trying to see if he can catch himself with Rigros as Holy Moly get himself full PI damage rolling with a flesh cap. While they're levitating, get herself full shield. Omega tried to see if he can leap in. Holy Moly does have a greater fate if they want to use it. That's also a disperse if they need it. Quick interrupt on the Shadow. Holy Moly has a shield for a little bit longer. Omega does get some big dots in there. Convoke. Holy Moly trying to break out of it. Does get himself a heal in between. I think a Warlock Houston was used trying to see if he could summon the Mages of the Dead to maybe get some damage back to Omega. DPs are rolling in. Trying to give himself whatever healing they can. Holy Moly could go for Disperse. Might just have to. Big stun into Omega. Is going to activate the Siphon. Potentially is this enough damage? Could potentially maybe get some big damage into Omega. Possibly regrows to get it blasted out. And Holy Moly might just have to go for Disperse. That's a lot of damn. Bash comes out. Omega so far has had quite a bit of burst. Next Convoke could be actually deadly. That's a minute CD. Especially if Omega is able to get an interrupt on like a VT from Holy Moly. And then go for a Convoke. There's literally nothing Holy Moly can do to stop it. Greater Fate, actually. Never mind. Take it back. Greater Fate is back up. Could go for a Vampiric Embrace as well. Shadow Crash does get the kitty out of stealth. It does get the kitty out of stealth. Trying not to get interrupted. Maybe trying to juke a kick. as best as they can, putting whatever dots they can onto Omega. Gonna be that kick, potentially convoke. No convoke just yet. Holy moly, we'll be able to stop the next convoke. Stun into Omega, trying to drop down Resonant Trinket. Could potentially be huge. Trying to slow him down with a Siphon. That's gonna be a big board for Omega while in Barkskin as they go for regrowth. And the Mages of the Dead is back behind the pillar with Omega. It's holy moly trying to do whatever they can to fight through the Feral Druid as best as possible. Hitting that 5-minute 30-second mark, 4% dampening slowly rolling in. It's definitely going to be painful. Both of them, big burst of the holy. And at this point, that's just not nothing. That is super, super unfortunate. As Omega just convokes them down and does have a trinket back up. 1 minute CD. Or actually, 1 minute CD on a convoke. So you could potentially do it with Tagsy. Tagsy spawning in a pet. So Tagsy playing Dark Glare. That Dark Glare is most likely going to be present just to make sure that they can get an interrupt into Omega. And then there's an extra target for Omega to convoke on. Literally just for that reason. Gonna be quick fear with a stun onto Omega. Full dots of Tagsy. Gonna rod down Omega completely. Drain Soul. Omega might just be in trouble. SI and everything. Barkskin not available. Barkskin is up now. Does get himself a friend to regen. Does Omega play the tank trinket? Do they play the tank trinket? I really just don't know at this point. But Tagsy with the dots, I think Omega's just over. I don't know if you got a decurse on that agony or whatnot at the end there, but man, that's just a lot of damage put together. But the first time somebody on Team 1 goes down with Miss Code Hunt. Gonna be up next. Trying to see if they might be able to battle through Tagsy. It's gonna be a nice bow for the both of them. And the match is off with Tagsy going for a port back behind the pillar. With Miss Code Hunt going for a quick stun. I think one of the hunters left. Yeah, one of the hunters left on Forge. It's gonna be a full poisons rolling on Tagsy. Actually, I think one of the poisons tripping up the resolve trinket, so it's gonna give Tagsy an opportunity to get a little bit of that, I guess, clear casting. But the pet damage from Code Hunt is actually doing quite a lot. Big drain after getting the soul rod up into Tagsy, trying to go for an interrupt. Mortical into Code Hunt with a drain life to follow as Tagsy continued to drain health from all those pets. And look at the healing they did. That healing drained it from the pets, drained from the hunter. 3 targets caught back up after just a couple of drains together. That is actually insane. Actually, let's say about the damage. Code actually getting interrupted. Was he trying to flesh cut or summon a pet? No pets available. Code might be in big trouble. Trying to go for a turtle shell with a quick pet summon, and Tagsy just got him in a spot where he doesn't want to be. And Tagsy going for the agonies on pets immediately. Code with the Aegis Trinket trying to absorb. I was going to say offset rather. Actually, I was going to say revolve, but that's not going to work out, right? That's not a good word for it. Not a good word choice, but remove a portion of the damage into the shield from mages. But his dots are ramping up. Miss Code Hunt is going to take full dam. Tags it with a stun to follow. Deathbolt right after with a drain onto Code Hunt. Does have a feint death to remove those dots. But it still could be pretty tough. Tags is going to back up out of there as the Death Shock should rip through him. Does Code Hunt have double Legos or not? Hold on, I don't see an explosion. I didn't see an explosion together with the Death Shock unless it happened and then Tagsy ported. Because I didn't see the effect go off. Maybe the Hunter's just playing with single Lego, which if they are. Chad mode. Gonna try to drop down a tar trap. That's gonna be drained to Code. Quick interrupt on Tagsy. And Code had a lot of good damage earlier versus Tagsy, but those dots are just rampaging right through their health bar. Are your pets alive? Your pets are still, well, they're undead raptors, but they're as alive as they can be. Gonna be a slow one to Tagsy. Code, does he have any dots? I think it might just be over. I think those dots are just gonna trip you unless you got a cam or anything. Oh, feint death last second and no health. What? Oh my god. Wait, you got a camo. Your pet's a dotted, 100%. There's no way. I think it's over. I think it's over. That was not a feint death. That was a real one. That was on Forge. Shazak up next. Trying to see if you can roll in versus Tagsy. Not going for the interrupt. I think he's aware that with the resolve trinket, can't just go randomly interrupting anything and everything. Tagsy able to get a Mortical into a fear onto Shazak, fully dotted up and rampaging all those dots, ramping right through the core of Shazak. It's absolutely not giving him much of a reprieve as we head into the dampening. So Shazak, yeah, should be able to heal a little bit. Tagsy taking a bit of damage though, as the Shaman going in for a big burst. Shazak, Tagsy, just both trying to blast each other out. Looks at Tagsy decided to check out the challenge and decided to blast him out back. Oh my god. What the? Tagsy! No, one person on team 1 didn't get to play. It was one of the hunters. Maybe they saw that it's gonna be taxes, so like, you know what, I'm out of here. I don't want to fight an Affliction Warlock. Hell no, but Marksman Hunter, I don't want to do that. Damn. Oh no. Yeah, that's fun. These duels have been a joy, by the way, man. I've been enjoying these. Yo, these Warlocks, dude, it's been literally the theme of tonight's duels has been just Warlock Central. Warlock City. I wonder how it's going to be next tomorrow. Is it clap? It actually did really, really well. I just love how Affliction Warlock is just able to like, oh, you're gonna burst into me? I'm gonna do the same. Pop all my dots. Actually crazy, don't mess with the Taxi, am I right? Kick W? Yo, just don't. Because Taxi just drains so much health. That duel. Taxi is ready. Lenovo, I don't know if you got a group. Sentry is gone. Jesus, I don't know if he's gone. We did a lot of duels though. Wait, really? Hold on. Undocumented change. What's undocumented? Oh! Holy War now has a 45-second cooldown? 50-second duration. Man. I wonder if there's any more. Huh. Wonder if there is more of those on PTR. Yo, Atha with a good find, man. Holy War getting nerfed. Getting a replacement? Alrighty. I mean, you guys would only be playing versus Tags. It looks like that's the only team that's available right now. Holy War won't save it from Seabark, true. But also, I mean, it makes sense for them to nerf Holy War with Holy Priest becoming so good now. We'll talk a bit more about plus or minus with 9-2 arenas, which I do think is good now, with Druids finally getting the nerf hammer, which classes I think are good for PvP. There's a lot of classes that are actually good for PvP. It all depends what class you enjoy playing, and if you're willing to put in the effort learning that class. I feel like there's so many specs that can be viable as of this season. Fire mages are good, as they have been, but Arcane has a bit more play. Not that much more, because if you talk to Seawork, it's not an amazing spot, but it has moments of glory. Frost Mage actually became a really solid choice too. Warlocks, you have Destro, Affliction, and Demonology all gotten really good. Rogues, of course, is a sub, but then Assassination with a tier set and Night Phase is really extremely good, and Necrolord. And Outlaw is actually on the come up. It's been getting better and better. Death Knights are doing pretty good with Frost, doing quite a bit of damage in 2s, lots of burst, especially once you get a tier. And then Holy's even getting better too. Hunters, Marksman has some play. Beastmaster's still dominating. Survival with 4 set is really strong too. Warriors are good with Fury and Arms continue to do well, and Fury on the rise as well as recently. Like, what class isn't good? Paladins are still good, Monks are good, Pharaohs are good, like they're still really, really strong. Enhanced Shamans and Elite Shamans can also do really, really well. If you haven't seen Carrying Elemental, it's really, really nutty. Enhanced is really good. Yeah, play what you like. This is like the best season to play PvP. You can literally play whatever class and spec you want to. I think maybe the only class and spec that I think is maybe still a little behind, mine is the tanks, right? Because they're not really tuned well for PvP. They're either overtuned or undertuned. But maybe like Mystery Monk, right? That's the one heal I don't really ever see. And the Holy Priests are really, really good, so they're getting nerfed potentially. And I could see him get nerfed a little bit. But like Rogues are good, Mages are good. Rest of Shaman is good, Rest of Druid is good, Holy Priest, Disc Priest is good, Holy Paladin is pretty good too. Although, Drainer, I watched a stream from Drainer and he was talking about how Holy Paladin is garbage now, that you don't live through setups anymore compared to like Holy Priest and any other healer. Like he said that the Holy Paladin is in the worst spot, but worst spot might be like worst spot, but like basically everybody's fine for that first place. And Holy Paladin is like the last in first, right? It's almost like being the back of the S tier, right? I think a lot of the classes of healers, at least A tier, maybe with Holy S tier. I think the only one's like a B tier or C tier is maybe Mistweaver. Mistweaver is weaker, but still good. Yeah, I've heard that Mistweavers can still be good for PvP, especially if you play Orc, right? If you play Orc and you play that one, I'm gonna see if we can look it up. But I've heard the other day somebody in Drainer chat, or somebody, not Drainer chat, but maybe somebody in my chat last, I don't remember who. Maybe it was a Mez, either Mez stream, Drainer stream, or my stream. I think somebody said about Mist River and that one legendary that's like reduces the CC, although you sit in it. If you play Orc as a Mist River with that trinket, apparently you're pretty survivable. Like you can actually play the game properly because monks die in the stun. Or maybe there's some, I think it was a forum post. I think it might have been a forum post. Like monks are doing pretty decent. I mean, 2600. I don't know what's decent right now, but that's in this season, current season, compared to like all the healers, right? Rest Druid in 3s, 2600. Mistweaver, 2600. Paladin Holy, 2600. Shaman Resto, 2600. Holy Priest and Holy Disc Priest, that's all we need. Holy Priest and Disc. Disc, 2600. Holy, 2700. So like one of them is a little bit ahead of everybody. By like, I want to say by a little, but maybe from a healer perspective it might be a mile, with all of them being like really close and one is like ahead. Like if all of them were 2600. But then this guy has a pretty big jump too, so I don't know. But Mistweaver, right? Okay, I want to see if they're running that one Lego. Legendary. By the way, this website is Murloc.io. I know somebody in chat is going to ask it. Here we go. We also could find all the useful websites that I use for streams and videos, for like my info, over in Discord. We have a whole section. Cloud Focus Wrists looks like is the go-to. Sefuz, that's what I meant. So like being Orc with Sefuz apparently is a pretty decent combo. But I think for healing you actually want Cloud Focus for like actual healing. Apparently it's like Vert Mastery? I guess for just sustained healing. But this is the one healer that I've heard like is pretty squishy. Like it dies pretty quickly to a stun. Apparently it has really good throughput, it's just not the best survivability, so we need like a little bit of... Like 4 brew apparently doesn't really hit, like you could die in a 4 brew, so it feels like a 3-minute cooldown. Or maybe it's shorter than that now. But Peace Weaver, Revival cooldown reduced, which I think is huge. Immunity to harmful CC can be massive. Eminence is more defensive just so you can escape from a stun. Zen Focus C, so you can have a or a Mastery proc. Crystal is for cooldown reduction, could maybe from like burst comps. Demon Choice, I think if you're gonna be sending stuns. Stuff like that, yeah. There's a bonus by 10. I feel like if they kept it at 30% when you get stunned, but like on a 30-second cooldown or something, like a 45-second cooldown, maybe this would be a lot better. Hard to tell though. They're all Necrolord with some Venthier. I like SP, but it's so squishy. SP is a little squishy, but they do a lot of damn. They do a ton of damn. Actually, what do Shadow Priests play nowadays? I'm pretty sure all of them are still Necrolord, right? Let me look for you. Now, because I'm legit just interested myself. Legit just interested. What do Shadow Priests play? Priest, Shadow. In 3s, they are Venthier, Necrolord, 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 Necrolord. So one is Venthier. But a lot of them are Necrolord. Yeah, Necro is dominant with Nightfey, Venthier, and some Kyrian. What's Kyrian doing? Hold on. Hold up. What's Kyrian doing on here? Kyrian 7? Yeah, that could be fun. It looks like it's a little bit more even in 2s, but maybe a lot of them have logged out as Holy. Did they log out as Holy? No, they didn't. They're Shadow, actual Shadow. So Holy would be a different legendary. Measured Contemplation. Oh, for the heal. For 3s makes sense. So you can off heal. Yeah, they are a little squishy. But they have CC in like 3v3s, so I think that's what really helps them. It's an all-up cross CC. Apparently Void Volley is really good. And Megalomania. I wonder what they do for like Kyrian. Is there one that's Kyrian on here? I'll be able to find a Kyrian. I want to see what they do. Little group new people. Are we doing one more, boys? Tagsy, Lenoa. Are we doing one more, boys? Are we doing one more for the road? Dalaran duel's over. Lenoa got a group, so we could queue you guys again. I thought Lenoa would. Lenoa said initially that, yo, I'm gonna put a group together. I'm gonna replace a couple boys, and I said, you want to go against Tagsy? And I didn't get a response back, so I thought Lenoa was gone. But if you guys got a group of people, I'm down to go one more, man. One more for the road, boys. Hey, let's see what arena we get. Q. All right, let's go. I'm down, boys. Let's go. Let's get as many arenas as we can, man. I think this is gonna be the last one though for the night. I gotta get some food. I want to chill on the couch, have some pizza, and apparently I got PTR to check out, man. I got a PTR to peep. I want to see what PvP talents are different. What's new? What changed? Don't budget on your class to play whenever another spec. Let's get it. Let's go. Hunters that play MM, Log play Destra Priest. Priest to play Disc, Monk to play Brew, and Decap play Blood. Not that I'm well versed up to date on things to play Sorry for Mingus. No, you're good. You're good, King. Don't worry about it, my guy. Let's play Destro. Yeah, they're really good right now with the tier set if you pick it up. Yeah, if you choose to come back, just try to get to tier set, whether through normals, LFR, and start doing like your weekly stuff for Bold Box. Actually, very soon, Creation Catalyst should be up in like a week or two. I think in 1 week. No, 2. In 2 weeks. Your pizza's ready. It literally is, man. It literally is waiting for me. It's been calling my name. It's been calling my name, literally. Alrighty, boys. Let's have a good one for the road. Switch. We got Braun. Wait, is this the Braun that we? Is this the Braun that we need? Is this Braun that we summon every time we play Kyrian? I didn't know Braun. I guess Braun isn't wearing his armor. Yo, Braun, come down now. Don't be up there. You guys will get zapped. No, come down one more. Okay, you're good. Next one would kill you though. Just letting you know. Misconduct is going to be up next. Actually, up first versus Holy Moly. Getting a bit of a rematch. Actually, I don't think. Scratch that. I don't think these two fought each other. Holy Moly trying to drop down all the pets. Misconduct trying to see if he can back in and out. Trying to maintain the damage on Holy Moly. Does get a freezing trap for a second, but Holy Moly doesn't sit along at all. Is going to try to maintain as much damage as it can. The Mages of the Dead blasting out the pet of the Hunter. Going to be a quick feint death by Misconduct as Holy Moly is able to get the dots back up and rolling. Maybe could interrupt the right pet. Unable to as the Mages of the Dead disappears. For Misconduct, there's a bit of dot damage. That's going to be Holy Moly getting the pet dotted up as well. Actually doing a bit of cleave to Misconduct as well. As they go for Mind Blast and DPs even on the pet, they're able to get a little bit of a split damage. It's going to be Silence of Misconduct. Trying to see if he can silence him in. Couldn't quite do it. He's going to get the dots back in there. Misconduct with a freeze. Most likely with a feint death right after. Should be able to go for a bit of a reset. As Holy Moly trying to get himself a little bit of healing. But looks like the pressure and the silence comes through. And that's going to be a quick disperse. Just not playing with the games at all. Not playing with cooldowns and the damage of Misconduct. Just going to treat it as like a real competitor. Pop it defensive. Feeling kind of low. And it's going to be an Aegis Trinket for Misconduct. Honestly, is it going to go for a reset? No, just going to stay in. You got an Aegis Trinket, so you can just stay in there for a while. And maybe it could get a Fleshcraft as well. Holy Moly, how much to go for Greater Fate? Kind of low in health. Could be in a bad spot. Misconduct trying to see if he can send in Eagles. It's going to be still more Death Chakram damage. Fleshcraft around the corner. Conduct could maybe go Harpoon in and try to interrupt it. Could potentially go for a Muzzle into Holy Moly. Not doing it just yet. Muzzle came back up right now. Going to be a Fleshcraft as Holy Moly got a Siphon rolling damage onto Conduct. Potentially could be a bit of damage. Looks like Siphon swapping the pet damage onto the pet instead, or at least attempted to. Holy Moly trying to catch up on a little bit of healing while also getting dots and slow onto the Hunter. Harpooning right over. Could potentially go for a Muzzle. Missing that Muzzle. Holy Moly with a Chimeric Poison. Getting hit with a Silence. Going to be healing and damage reduced for a little bit. Does get out of the stun, but could be in big trouble. Trying to get himself as much healing as they can with a DP, but looks like Conduct does end up carving him down. Unfortunate. Actually super unfortunate. As Boss is charging out. Looking like Apollo, I want to say. Looking like one of the, it looks kind of like, that helm makes me think of one of the Greek gods. I think it's the Greek god with the flying sandals. Not Apollo. It was somebody else. Hermes? I'm not really well versed with my Greek mythology that well. I used to. Because my aunt used to be huge into Greek mythology. It was like an RTS game with mythology gods and everything. I was a huge fan. That's the only reason I even knew much about it. Gonna be a boss trying to go for the bit of a Succubus CC. Is gonna go for his demonology. Wait, here's the game of Demo? Is gonna set up a massive incineration to follow. Huge incineration to Misconduct. Could be in big trouble. Mortal as he goes in for a stun to Balls, trying to make sure he gets the interrupt on the next incinerate. Is gonna be harpooning towards Balls, but does get knocked off the side. Balls just trying to get whatever damage he can. Incinerate flying. Does it connect? Does it go? Looks like it didn't. Looks like that Incinerate don't connect. Has still 2 more big Incinerate charges ready for Misconduct. Just needs to get him out in the open for a second. Super low on health. Succubus should be able to maybe finish him off. Doing enough damage. Inferno's actually putting the heat on them. The Inferno's doing just so much damage by himself. I think Misconduct might just be in trouble. The Inferno disappearing in the last second. The Succubus, Incubus rather, is doing all physical damage with some shadow. The auto attacks do physical damage though, so it's burning right through the Aegis Trinket super quickly. Flesh cut down for Misconduct. Boss can't really do much to interrupt the Flesh cut. Is going to be dropping down. The Bonds of Fell, Mortical running him out. It is going to be Proc and the Bonds of Fell dropping him out of the shield. And Misconduct kind of low in health. Few instincts for Boss. It does have him. Does get the second Misty with the Chasm loaded up. There's no way, even with a pet sack, there's just no way you're going to be able to survive it. With Thraxtor going to be up next, trying to get some damage out onto the Incubus. Build up a little bit of Maelstrom. Boss is gonna have himself a hell of a game here. Except against Thraxter. Grounding Totem, Interrupt, Tremor, Sunder, Stuns. Balls does play the Result Trinket, so maybe that'll give him a little bit of advantage here versus Thraxter. Gonna be a Flesh Cap as Thraxter try to see maybe he can get himself an Interrupt around Ballas. It's gonna drop down the Static Totem. Ballas can't really go anywhere. He's got a second place. He's gonna get a Mortal Call into Thraxter. I believe Bonzafell might have actually did the damage. Thraxter tried to drop down the stun onto the Warlock. Is going to port back up. Thraxter needs to cover that distance, but it's going to be no cover at all. And Ballas got himself a nice setup with the Decimated Bolt as Thraxter was kind of half health at least. So there's going to be quite a bit of a damage in for those Incinerates. And I think Thraxter might just wait it out. He definitely wants to go and try to cover the gap. Ballas trying to go for Incinerate just to amp up the damage, or emulate to try above the damage of his Incinerates. And it's going to be another Bonzafell trying to get the Incinerate damage in. I don't know if this is empowered, but definitely lots of damage to Thraxter. You're going to need to do everything you can to heal. Chaos bolted into Thraxter. Doesn't have an interrupt. Back-to-back bolts though. Does he go for Grounding Totem? Doesn't actually, just healing. As Enhanced Shaman would. Just burning all that Maelstrom into as much self-healing as possible, maintaining himself. Not even burning like the big defenses. Except Wall was used earlier, but I think way earlier. Ballas does get kind of low in health. Could port back up. Actually, no, he set up support around this pillar, trying to go for a bit of drain off of the Rock Boy. Thraxter got himself actually quite a decent setup. I wonder if Thraxter's playing a new meme build, because I'm seeing that they're Venthier. So I'm wondering if they're playing a Flame Shock build with Sky Fury, Elemental Shaman Lego, which is a meme. It works for PvE content, but it actually can work for PvP. Decimated Bolt getting set up a Ballas. Does he go for big setup? There's going to be a full Infernal. Big heal for Thraxter. Ballas trying to get a cast, but it's going to get disrupted. Has a Mortal Call coming up very, very soon. Mortal Call getting set down. This is a little bit more damage. The Servants are going to do the big damage to Thraxter. It is 1, 2, 3. Try to go for a Fear onto Thraxter. No. Chaos Bolt to follow. Does he give the big setup? Chaos Bolt second again. No. Grounding Totem. What? This Thraxter not this Grounding Totem. He just taking these bolts to the face and he's okay. Might be Bonzafell taking him down, and Ballas does go for a victorious Flash Cut at the very end. That was a tough one. Feral Druid is the best? Yeah, Mick, definitely. Feral Druids can do quite a bit of damage with Bro. Tried to go for a stun to Ballas, but I think he was immune and went for a port immediately. Bro, right on top of him. Full Necrolord Kitty. Big bleeds. War Stomp on the Succubus. Ballas gets himself a small shield last second, but does go down. With a quick incap by Giant Say. What? Wait, are you called Chiron? No, human. Is it J-Y-A-N? Yan Say? Is it the J like a Swedish J, like a Y sound? That's Yan Say? Jan? Can you call him Jan? I don't even know. I'm actually not even sure what to call you. What is that mug? Oh, look at what the? He look good. What is that? It looks so modern. He's got glasses, a jacket. It looks like leather pants. A big old belt buckle. He looks so modern. That actually looks so good. Ron going in for the big bleeds versus, I'm going to call him Jan. Just because I don't really know how to say his name properly. As the karma comes out, Jan tried to go for a big fist of fury, locking down the Guardian Druid, the Feral Druid in the bear form in place. Try to go for a bit of a flesh cut, going to be the bear form. Cyclone get interrupted. Good flash cut right here. Lexi before the flash cut comes out. Braun does go for a bark skin. I think he's playing the tanky legendary. I think he's playing the, I guess it will be called the Omen legendary. I don't think it's called Omen, but it's a Lego. Whenever you pop Barskin while in bear form, you get a Friends of Regen for free, and a stack of Iron Bark. And whenever your Barskin falls off while in bear form, it also gives you Friends of Regen and a stack of Iron Bark. And also Barskin gives you like 10% more damage reduction, so it goes from like a 20% damage reduction to 30, or from 10 to 20? Is it normally 10%, boys, or 20? What's the normal damage reduction of a Barskin? Anybody know? What's up, Moose? How you doing, my man? Flash cut up for Braun as he's looking for a bit of a reset. Jan, I don't know if you got any cooldowns or anything going on. It's going to be full set of bleeds. Stun is going to be pretty short. Jan trying to go for a bit of damn. Maybe can go for a big Fist of Fury. Braun getting hit with an incap. Jan is doing whatever they can just to survive the damage. That's going to be quick. Skull Bash by the Feral. By Tafala. And I think the Monk is just going to melt to dots. And maybe Braun trying to go for a Moonfire at the end. Fake Tagsy is going to be up next as Braun. Looking for a bit of a reset. Got himself full flush. So it's going to be dots versus dots. It's going to be massive lacerating bleeds versus debilitating afflictions and curses. is looking to melt down, liquidate the feral. Gonna be Braun getting here with a more to call. As Taxi goes in for human racial to break himself out of that stun. And Taxi's kind of bugged, like, because I think because he got stunned while mounted, or he used an ability while mounted. Immediate global, the camera just gets stuck like this. So you get kind of a weird angle. Next time they mount up, it's gonna be a little bit different. Or it's gonna go back to normal. Stun again on Taxi. I keep swapping to him. Gonna be a War Stomp by Braun, but it's not really going to be able to do much. Actually, War Stomp does deactivate the trinket. Going to be a bash as Braun trying to make sure he has an interrupt. He's just having to overlap so many CCs just to burn through the resolve trinket. Going to be a wall for Taxi, no way to interrupt him right now. Unless Braun has some more CC. Going to be a quick fear by Taxi. Got a full UA onto Braun. Could potentially go for the biggest damage possible. He's going to rampage the dots. Full burst right now. It's going to be a Mortal Coil to follow. Maybe Soul Rod. Soul Rod almost get interrupted. Maim onto Taxi. Does he go for full Dark Layers? Full Dark Layer. Taxi needs to drain off of the Feral in order to get some healing. Goes in for the slime. Gets a little bit of healing. As Braun is just continuing to run circles away from Taxi. Got himself Spell Warden. And I think that might have been a Bark Skin too. Taxi able to at least put a lot of pressure into Braun when he did. Try to go for food, but I think it's over. Braun not going to let him get a recovery. With Beggar going to be up next. Trying to see if he might be able to get some bleeds in onto Braun. Quick clone, potential trinket? No. We're going to let the Braun recover a little bit. Braun bringing in the heat, man. Look at that guy. Bear, or I keep calling him Bear Druid. He just spends quite a lot of time in. Ever since I thought in my head that he's running Guardian Lego, I don't even know if he's running Tank Lego either. I just put that thought in my head, and I keep calling him Guardian. I guess it's more or less a Guardian Druid if he's using a Bear Lego, is he? I guess it depends. That's how you view it. But Beggar trying to see if he might be able to swing around the corner. Braun does not have a trinket or wall for a while. And if Beggar can find and put some dots on the guy, catch him out of cat form, he's going to be in a fantastic spot going for a bit of flesh craft. I don't know if Braun got a flesh craft of his own, but he's going to pop into stealth. I guess he's going to play the stealth game with a rogue, trying to kind of guess what the rogue may be. But if he gets sapped out in cat form, it could be really bad for him. I think he's waiting for 30 seconds. Maybe he can wait in stealth long enough. Wait out Beggar, and then he'll have a trinket to break out of CC. In case Beggar goes for a go, Beggar literally goes to sleep. I think that's what Braun is gonna do. Are the eyes up? Looks like eyes are up on one hand side, on the other. Beggar could pick up the eyes if he wants to. Braun could also go for it, but Braun is in the angle where he could. Oh, both of them were walking over the same eyeball for a second? No, they switched it. Complete switcheroo as Beggar just camping that eyeball and Braun camping the other. Look at the mindset of both of these two. Beggar just watching this so carefully. Braun picked up the other eye. Welcome to find Beggar. Did he moonfire him out in the open? He did not. Beggar can still get a sap. Bear form for Braun does get the sap. This is where Beggar needs to go again. Land the kidney shot as Braun goes into cat form. But with a trinket, Braun is going to have a bit better survivability. Barskin gets a frenzied region immediately. He has to be running that Guardian Druid Lego. Bash into Beggar as he pops into cat form. Second stun to follow. Trying to load up a bunch of doubts into Beggar and try to bail out of this spike. By the rogue, kidney shot into Braun, full resolve, or full, yeah, not resolve, but the resonant trinket, grenade cosmic trinket onto Braun with a vendetta, flash scout for Braun to recover. Beggar still has a full vendetta rolling into Braun, but he doesn't stay in. I would have thought you would have wanted to stay in as a vendetta's rolling, but that's going to be vendetta down. But for Beggar, maybe he's trying to go for a bit of a longer game. Catching Braun in cat form, not in bear yet. Could potentially get a stun as he goes in bear. Braun no longer with a trinket. Beggar has a trinket if he wanted to. Not going to use it. He just wants to make sure that he's careful using the trinket at the right time. For Beggar, this is going to be a scary situation. As soon as he sees Braun going in for the big bleeds, this way he needs to stop it immediately. And that's what Braun is doing. Maim, Beggar trinkets out of it. Potentially might want to go for evasion cloak. Kidney shot onto Braun in a flesh scab, just using it defensively. He's saving, or maybe just trying to spend energy so he can get back Vendetta faster. He could blind Braun if he wanted to. Braun kind of low on health, trying to get big blades out of Beggar. Does Beggar use evasion for this? It sounded like he was blind for a second, but he didn't. But still dots are in. Oh, no, Beggar, no! Catch a re-stealth right now, re-stealth. Oh, he's not running the conduit for the shield. That would have been good, but Braun does end up taking him down. A big cat walked into the arena, mauled everybody with a 4-0. God. Jesus. Boyos. That's a lot of damn. What's up, Wyatt? How you doing, my man? What's up, Steve? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good, my dude. Which realm is the U account? I don't even know. Argendon. Argent Dawn. Don't ask me why. I think from the start I had my characters made on Argent Dawn. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think I decided to do it for the memes because I thought it'd be kind of funny. Actually, no. I think the real reason why I was on Argent Dawn, it was one was like, oh, it's an RP realm, haha. But also, it's like the EU Moon Guard. But also, I was looking for realms with the best MS. And I remember seeing, like, I was trying a bunch of realms that you guys were suggesting. Like, a lot of you guys were suggesting, like, Outlaw, Shazak, you know, stuff like that. And I was trying a bunch of realms. I was like, man, if I'm actually going to play in a realm, like, my MS is kind of high. And at the time, I think Argent Dawn was like an 80, and every other realm was over 100 MS. And 80 is kind of high, but it's like playable. I don't know why Argent Dawn was 80. I think it's because it's geographically a little bit closer to me, just enough to like, give me decent, yeah. 278 counter is such a nice power gap for Arcane. Wait, you got them? Did you get them, C-Mark? You got 2400, bud? Is it noticeable? Are you noticing yourself hitting a lot harder than before? That's awesome. Hey. Hey. Unfortunately, I can't help you, C-Mark. Yo, tomorrow, C-Mark. We're coming back to NA tomorrow. We gotta bring the regular NA boys, man. Have some fun. By the way, do you see they're doing some C-Mark? They're doing some changes to PTR. Apparently, there's I don't know how many, but Atha already found some undocumented changes on PTR. I don't know if I know you play Mage. I don't know if you want to like pop in there when you get a chance. They're added a new PvP talent for Warlocks. Or we removed one, added a new one. But there was a buff in Warlocks because they're removing a talent. You'll see what I mean. But if you wanted to peep it, because you probably would know Mage PvP talents, you would notice that something is different, something is off. But there's some undocumented changes. Atha found one with Holy Word, 45 second cooldown, 15-second duration instead of 30 and 30. So I don't know if they're doing more, you know, they're gonna have more, but I'm definitely gonna be popping on there later tonight and then peeping, seeing what differences they are. I'm sure somebody like on Wowhead or whatever, when they really do a deep dive, they might be able to find some big differences. Or maybe they already do. Morgan Day interview with Warcraft Radio. Oh, cool. Oh, neat. Neato. Wait, maybe a Moment Champion already has some stuff down in mind. Who knows? Gotcha. Could test some stuff out. Yeah, it's up to you, man. It's if you feel like it. I just know that you enjoy hopping on PTR and looking at new stuff and seeing what's broken, what isn't. But yeah, if you want to, if you find something that's like stands out, you know, hit me up about it. Because I'm going to be on there probably like on live on PTR, double check and seeing what's new. GG boys, see you for duels. Yo, thank you so much for coming by, Taxi. Thanks for breaking a group together, man. I enjoyed these duels. I hope you had fun. Boys, I hope everybody had fun. I really enjoyed these, man. We got what, Taxi, Jesus, Sentry. There's only 3 groups, but they got a bit of rotation. And then Lenoa came in with some more rotations in there. I like seeing new bodies, man. We had a lot of Warlocks really do a lot, haven't we? Can your mod be more active, please? Actually, a lot of the mods that I've got dedicated for stream, the only mod that has been kind of active is Kren. A lot of people that used to hang out on mod. I think Corey still pops in from time to time, and so does Revenge. But they've been really, really busy. But also we have mostly a nice community here, King. So it's been really, really chill. Usually there's no really big need for it. My domination of you shall commence momentarily. It starts now. Raise your hand. Is Mikolai RPing with you or something in chat? What's going on? I don't know what that means. What the? Those are fun dudes and ladies? Yo. Okay, I don't know. Are you guys RPing together? I'm not really sure what's going on. I haven't read the chat much. Cheers, dude. Hell yeah. Hey, Wyatt. Hope you're having a good with my guy. Yeah, maybe we'll open up more apps. Maybe we'll open up applications for mods in the chat. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll consider that going forward or something. Yeah. We're just trolling. As long as you guys are chilling, you know what I mean? As long as you guys are chilling nice to one another. I don't want to have to bust out my broomstick. Wait, no, hold on. What I get beaten as a kid? Some kids get beaten with a slipper. I never got beaten with a slipper. I never got the belt either. What I get beaten with? No, the only thing I got as a kid is emotional damage. Emotional damage. You guys seen that video? Yeah, I don't think I've ever got beaten as a kid, actually. No, I got beat by my brother. No, my brother wasn't beating me. No, my brother would beat me up. But that's only because he had anger issues and a lot of energy. I'd take it out on somebody. So, no. I'm gonna bust out. Yo, Memneric always talks about a slipper. I'm gonna bust out a slipper in the chat. How about that? I was legitimately trying to think of like, oh, broom? Nah. I know some because I got beat by broom. I'm not RPing, I'm out. Alright, sorry about that, King. Hope I see you around them more often. I did both a rook and normal way this week, and I don't have the 2 set. My luck is so bad. Seavark, yo, my guy. That's how my rook felt week 1. Everybody in McGield were getting tier pieces from the raid and the vault, and for 2 weeks I was like, nothing. And then we end up getting a 4-piece basically in one sitting. It was so good. Or maybe like 3-piece. No, 4-piece. Well, 3-piece, and then the next week it was a 4-piece. I have like LFR legs. Yo, see if I can literally go do LFR. I'm not even joking. Times are dire. LFR is your best friend. It's not a quick run, but I don't think I've seen a single LFR fail. With so many like actual raiders queuing for LFR, it might be worth the guy. If you got like a friend that's a healer, and you guys could just chill and just like hang out or something, and just goof around while doing LFR, it'll help pass by the time faster, honestly. Is it playing well, Devil? Yeah, well, if you've been alright, man, you're okay. Is it even get a chance to play? I think he got a chance to play a little. I think he got a chance to play a little bit. But yeah, no, tier set for Arcane isn't good enough to get a scuffed item though. And the bosses I need aren't even LFR yet. Oh, unforge. Fair enough. Because I got pants and they were crit Versa. They're low tier, but like, I got my 4-piece, so I'm like, phew. I'm McCree. I'm literally McCree. It's actually really fun. Seavark. So my tier is at 2-piece, right? My master has a chance to proc a pistol shot, but when I pop evasion, whenever I dodge, I proc a master hit. So when I'm getting like mauled by a feral or 2 melees, I'm pistol shooting all the time. I'm like, I could just stand still and just get full comp points finisher, full comp points finisher. Like takes 2-3 seconds to get a full comp points. That is like procs twice. It's crazy, but it's so good. I was doing some 2s, helping a buddy get 2100, and I had this feral attack me and I pop evasion into him, and he's just mauling into me, trying to bite me, and I'm just like build comp points over and over and over. I'm just spamming finishes to the guy. This is about the karma. Does it energize? Yes. Yeah, pistol shots also do give you 4-piece. Yes, they do give you the 4-piece. Those pistols are giving you free pistol shots as well. The proc of pistol, like the proc, free proc, cannot proc 4-piece. So I actually have to press pistol shot to proc the 4-piece. But like, if I'm just getting harassed by melee and I'm just getting all these pistol shots for comp points and I'm getting pistol shots in because I'm getting procs of quick draw anyway, like I get natural procs of like, I want to use a pistol shot. It's worth it. Yeah, so it's pretty good. And hold on. There's one Lego for Outlaw too. That's really funny. I haven't got to try it myself, but I want to do it at some point. For PvP, it might be a crack. Concealed blunderbuss. Your Sinister Strike hits. So when you hit with Sinister Strike, you have a chance to hit again. It's like a 30% chance. When you get that second hit, there's a 40% chance that your next pistol shot will fire 3 additional times. So your pistol shot will do shoot once, and then 3 shots in a row. So one pistol shot will be 4 shots instead. That will proc your 4-piece. So if you're getting constant resets, you're getting 4-piece constantly. It's crazy. It's actually literally McCree. I'm literally playing a range class at that point. It's huge. If you have a rogue, if you make this Lego, if the Lego prices go down, I want to give this a try. I'll let you know how I like it. This could be really funny. I think it's just a bunch of pistols all the time. Yes, it works with the 4 set. It worked on PTR and it should work on live, unless they disabled it, but it should work. Hold on, I actually could maybe hold on, I can check guarantee. Like Rogue Discord is own memes right now. Free pistol shots from Blunderbuss do proc, but they don't give you Blade Flurry or combat potency, which sucks. But that's like a PvE thing. But yes, they procs. Yes, I can check a turnaround if you wanna. But it Rogue Discord they say it procs. On Rogue Discord, they do say that it procs. And apparently, my mastery can proc poisons. Cool, more damn. That's awesome. Alrighty, boys. Oh, and yeah, Mog? Yo, that's a good looking Mog, isn't it? I know that the chest, the jacket, is a Castle Nothrium. The shades are shades, which you buy from capital cities. The pants are, I don't remember what. The belt is a Kultira's Borealis belt. That you like, it's a green item. That's cool though. It's pretty fun. I want to give it a go. I have the Lego crafted too. I just need to figure out what Lego I'm going to swap out. Actually, yeah, I already have one. Oh, I should be able to. It's just so low, I don't know, but I definitely want to give it a go. Wait, you realize you've been alive for a long time? I just realized you've been live for a long time. Yeah, 3 hours. We've been live for at least 3 hours. Actually, 3 hours and 30 minutes. We started normal time, and then we ended up streaming a little longer because we had EU boys that wanted to keep playing. And in the end, like Lenovo and Tagsy, we took a bit of a 7-minute break chilling. Lenovo and Tagsy got a group together, and we're like, all right, let's go again. Yeah, that's probably one of my longest streams. I'm exhausted. I need food. I gotta get food, boys. That's it. I gotta get food. That's the simple gladiators from Are they really? Simple inquisitors from Remdrath? Wait, you can't get this anymore then, can you? Because the vendor's no longer there. They gotta add a PvP vendor of the last year gear so you can get like the full like Mog. I guess they're gonna do that when the expansion's over, right? Simple inquisitors from Remdrath. Is it like monk pants maybe? No, it's Sinful is wait, the jacket? Is it the jacket bottoms? Good stuff, ladies. Yo, boys, thanks for come by. I don't think you can. No, I don't think you can. But there's probably some pants that kind of look similar to it. I mean, it looks like leather pants. I'm sure there's like some green pants from like vanilla WoW that have like a very, very similar model to it or similar look. It might not be perfect, but it's pretty good. Alrighty, boys. Thank you all so much for coming by. Appreciate you. I'm gonna go get some food. Yo, boys, if you guys enjoy the stream, give it a thumbs up. It helps out the channel tremendously. It helps us break through that YouTube algorithm, help the channel grow. And if you guys want to see the channel grow, what help me out a lot, my man. Okay, King, I'm responding back to it when I can. I'm gonna get food, I'm gonna watch some TV, I'm gonna hang out, maybe get some keys done, work on a vid, pop on PTR, see what's new, probably get a vid up. Thank you guys so much for coming by. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's NA stream. Hopefully we'll get Seavork, Night King, Chicago, all the regular NA boys and girls joining in. I think it'll be really, really fun. Thank you boys so much for hanging out. I had a blast, man. Yo, hopefully we'll see some more 9to5 stuff in the future, yeah? Some class changes and probably bug fixes maybe. But yo, boys, you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see all of y'all next stream. Alrighty, boys. Peace.